Attention, all units. This is a priority transmission. Across the galaxy of fandom, voices have gathered not as rivals, but as a follicle of networks bound by a single purpose. This alliance is called the Syndicate. From the far reaches of sci-fi legend to the front lines of toy aisles and collector shelves, the Syndicate stands as a unified command for discussion, debate, and discovery. This is where canon is challenged, lore is respected, and plastic tells stories as powerful as myth. If you were raised on starships, heroes, villains, and battle cries, if you know that knowing is half the battle, if you believe fandom is earned, not handed down, then your path leads here. The Syndicate is more than a gathering. It is coordination, intelligence, community. Join the conversation, share the signal, strengthen the ranks. The Syndicate is forming. Choose to stand with it.
The Emperor has been expecting you. I must obey my master. Indeed, you are powerful. It is pointless to resist, my son.
What's up, nerds? Scott Solo coming at you from the rear end here of Disney's California Adventure with the mighty Jewel Baca.
Hi.
Just wanted to wish all of you a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you celebrate. I hope you're having a wonderful season. And, you know, I'm not going to be able to stick around this whole evening, but let's go ahead and bring the other guys in. What do you say? So, hey, Mooch, why don't you hit it?
What's up, everyone?
Let's go.
Let's go. Welcome to the Toy Chest, everybody. Scott Solo is coming at us from Disneyland. You just want to pop in and say hello before he bounces and goes has the rest of his fun. I thought he was out home recovering, but obviously he'd rather be at Disneyland.
Hey,
which
have
I don't
heart
blame
surgery
him.
on Wednesday and go to Disneyland the following Monday. Why not?
I don't blame you, dude. I don't blame you. Well, Scott, have a great rest of the evening.
I will.
And,
From Avengers Campus.
Yes. Yes. And happy birthday to Julie. And we will see you when we get back, man.
You got it, man. Keep it nerdy, everybody. Have a great night.
See you, Scott. Have fun.
Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ho, ho,
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Well, that is our Scott Solo on location at this moment. But Welcome to the Toy Chest, episode 47.
Yes.
On what is today? December 22nd?
Yeah.
2025.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm Darth Butcher. I've got Bliss Transmissions Tommy. The whole transmission is here.
Guys, the royalty check cleared. I'm in the top row. Let's go. I made the top row this week.
There it is. And of course, SKN's only Alexander Storm.
Yeah, let me check right now. No, mine didn't go through for some reason. When's that royalty check come? Check on that check clearing the account, bro.
He'll leave right now. He'll leave now. You better watch out, Mooch.
Yeah. Just real fast. I don't like this setup, so I'm gonna change it back because this was a solo setup right here, and I try to make it work for Christmas. So just know it's in the spirit, but it's cutting things off. I don't like it. I got this is better. This is better.
Mooch hates Christmas. We already knew that.
I know he does, man.
We already knew.
Yeah.
There's gonna be another. There'll be another holiday that we bring up here in a minute that I despise. I can't stand it. But before we get into it, guys, of course, just real fast, a quick shout out to the Shadow Council. On our Wednesday flagship show, we have a full-on voiceover, just acting and sound effects to bring you guys the proper way to say thank you to our Patreon. If you guys are inclined to find out more, scan that QR code, find out what it's all about. And when we return next year, you guys will get the proper shout out. So want to thank all our channel members. I mean, you guys are awesome. It's continuing to grow. I think when we get into it, starting in 2026, we're going to add a lot more perks. We're going to really revisit some of this stuff to special shows, whatever it is. So again, special shout out to all the members. And let's see who's in the pit now. I know YouTube cut off a few because there was a couple of people in there early on today, but it cut us off. So I apologize. But Chris K is here. Merry Christmas all, as I've been unwell for over a month, and my wife gave me early Christmas present. 101 figures.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Original Saga Vintage Collection, and apparently there's something big to come. Well, man, get well soon. It sucks that you've been sick. But that's just the motivation to 101 exactly. Come on.
Wow.
I mean, how could you?
That's a keeper right there, brother. That's a keeper.
Yes, it is.
Exactly. Let's see. I hope my internet is stable. We'll see.
That's the right timing. Are here. Like I said,
Alex and I
over.
We carry a
the
show.
check did clear, so yeah, we're good now.
Oh, good. Awesome. I'm glad. The routing number I think was messed up on mine.
Maybe so.
Conveniently, Yeah.
Am I okay or no?
You're freezing up a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, or is it my robot?
I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me. All right, let me just go on audio. Maybe the video will fix itself. But we got Commander Cook becoming a channel member. Thank you so much. Star Wars and Brews checking in. Yes, sir. We got Ched Maddox. Oh my goodness. We got Rhino Hobbies. Nicholas H.
What up?
All right.
What's that?
Oh, we're cheering him on.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. It's really bad on my end. I apologize. Let's see here. Dr. Brantley checking in. Hope everyone's doing well and get better, Chris. Absolutely. Be some. There you are. Be some.
There you go.
Fellas, yes, sir. TD3 Trooper is checking in.
What up?
All right.
We got James Morrow. What's up, dude? Merry Christmas from the only state that has legalized prostitution.
Wow.
Wow. Maybe we shouldn't have read that one.
It's like Ron Burgundy. If it's on the teleprompter, I'm gonna read it, right? So,
wow.
Oh man, Stu John Jedi is checking in. Let's see here. I think we're not caught up. We've got Eric Coates. Yes, sir. Eric Coates, Commander Cook is all in there again. Scott Solo, Stu John Jedi. Man, there's a lot in there. Chaotic Clouds. What's up?
What's going on?
Got Bootleg Joe's in there. What's up, dude?
Bootleg.
Don't play any female characters around Joey. He won't like it. If you know, you know. All right, guys. This is our year-end toy chest. This is going to be our last show for the year, and we will hit you guys back up January 5th. And who knows how this tonight goes? We might even take this weekly. I don't know.
We'll see.
What do you guys think? You guys think in the chat that we should go weekly with the toy chest?
I think it's the only thing that makes sense. You know, I have so much fun every other Monday. Why don't we make it every Monday?
I agree.
On the Sarlacc Digest toy chest.
Absolutely.
You know, I get to talk to Scott and Alex, and I guess Moocher's there too. But
sometimes
we have a good time.
I just got a brand new router too. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow. Who's your provider?
Oh, I'm in the hills, so it's like this third, fourth, fifth party kind of deal. Yeah, it's
Spectrum Internet.
It's not Spectrum. It's
called, some guy with a jug and a tin piece of rope.
You know what? We have our own Steve in the background. We'll just blame Steve. How about
that? I thought
Steve
Steve was working over here because he's not on our show anymore. He must be over here now, man.
Yeah. We hired the wrong Steve.
Yeah, you made a mistake, bro.
Shame.
Wait. There's Meeks. He took Meeks' spot. Meeks, what's up, dude? I just saw him pop in. Real fast, guys. I don't know if you caught that intro, and we've launched a couple things through SKN and the socials. Have you seen it? I just want to talk about it real fast because it does pertain to everything that we do here and everything that was going to go on in the future here. It's called the Syndicate. Basically, what the Syndicate is, it's going to be a collection of shows and people and everything else with our own Discord, one place, one Discord to rule them all. I've been toting that we had our Discord link below, but the link that you see there is the new Discord to the Syndicate one, where not only will you find Star Wars content like Digest and Bliss Transmissions, and you're going to find anything you want, and you're going to be able to pick and choose other shows and other collaborators in that Syndicate that will be like Marvel, DC. I'm heading up to Star Trek also. I'm in charge of that. So, I'm sure I got all the lists in there.
Star Trek?
Yeah, I'm heading that up.
I'm out.
Somebody game them out then.
Yeah. So I'll keep the Star Trek one updated. Okay, I'll solely take on that responsibility.
You got it.
As long as we don't let Bly in that Discord, I think that's all that matters. We just can't let Bly in there.
I think he's shadow banned. Don't worry about
it. Exactly, Star Wars approved. Star what? That's why I'm heading it up, because it'll never see the light of day. No, but if you guys want to find more, of course, the Discord is a link below. Go check it out. There's the filter there to filter out what you guys want to be able to consume. Again, whether it's DC or if it's Marvel or if it's just Star Wars, whatever, it'll kind of direct you to some great conversations and the shows surrounding that. So we're going to be pushing that a lot more. And as that grows, I'm sure you're going to see a lot more information on it. So if you didn't understand what that intro was, now you do. And it's time to join. If you know, you know.
It's the next big thing.
It is. It's fun because it's going to be a place, again, we're all pop culture fans. I think we all love IPs and everything. And to have all these kind of separate things, it gets lost in translation sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's going to be cool to go into a Discord where you could find like-minded people, find conventions, find toys, find conversations like what we have here and all our other shows and everything. I think it's fun. It's new. Yeah. And it's about time. About time. So
I think you hit that right on the head, Mooch. One of the things that, we've all been saying is that if you watched any of our shows, you watch Bliss Transmissions, you watch us over at SKN, you watch Sarlacc, we all promote our shows and everything. We'll be added in some new guys because we felt like that's what the community wanted, is able to share that. And we're breeding a place where your voices are heard. Yeah. And yet, every show that you'll see on the Syndicate, there'll be a Syndicate tag in front of that show. So you'll start seeing it. You'll start knowing where the best place is, because right now, look, we own Mondays. We got Wednesdays. We're taking over Fridays and Saturdays. You're going to start knowing there'll even be a channel on YouTube dedicated where you'll be able to go to that channel, see the schedules of all the shows, so you won't be able to miss whenever somebody pops on whatever interest you want, man.
Yes. Yeah. We've got a Star Trek battle going on in the pit there, and I love it. Bliss Transmissions even jumping in with the no Star Trek symbol, people with the Star Trek symbol. But hey, you know what? I have to give in and I have to just let it happen. I just, again, it's the great thing about the filter in that Discord. I unclicked it. I do not want to see any Star Trek, so therefore I don't.
Yeah.
William Shatner was going to come on now, but
I know.
Now this is
let's take that bridge and let's burn it. Yeah. Oh man. So let's see. Blade Star, what's up? Checking in. Getting in the talk real fast. I only buy Black Series, and I don't use them as Star Wars. I use clone stormtroopers and aliens as Thanos' army, Mandalorians as King's army, human men as Kingpin army, women in a variety. Okay,
take that down. Take that down.
I love it. That's so awesome. Again, I'm a teleprompter. So.
Get him out of here.
But hey, thanks for checking in, man. Yeah, we'll get to the Oh man, this is great. I know I saw a Mando Mike in the pit, so I'll get you, man. Where are you, dude? Where are you? He's in there. He'll pipe up again, and I will put him in there. Commander Bly with the $1.99 super chat. The syndicate is inevitable. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Yeah, guys, I'm not going to give in to Star Trek. I will not do it. But,
we got to hold out, Mooch. We got to hold out.
I'm holding out like forever, dude. I mean, it's funny. Someone asked me, you didn't understand the war between Star Wars and Star Trek. Well, I do.
One sucks and is boring, and the other one is Star Wars. You know?
Yeah, and we've been in it since we were 6 years old. So we're not.
One was the original. One came after it. just saying.
Hey, the upgrade.
Alex, man, we talked about
this. Look, damn it, you guys don't have Ricardo Montalban. If it's Corinthian leather, we've got him.
Oh man, but anyway, it's gonna be a fun time, man. So, but we're here for Star Wars toys tonight.
Yes, we are.
And we're gonna go extend. We're gonna just talk it up and have fun, man. This is again, it's our last show of the year, and we did get a live stream. And if you haven't checked out the live stream from Hasbro, Tommy had a special viewing. He went and reacted live again.
Alex joined me for that.
Yeah, Alex was there. That's why it's so important to follow everybody and get those notifications. But let's see real fast. Let's cover. What do you want to cover first? Black Series.
Let's get TVC out the way because Scott's not here. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I spoke to Scott earlier, and basically everything with an X you should have in hand. Everything with an open frame is out there still. The only thing new was the Snow Trooper, the Greedo, which was, I was told, the same Greedo that came in the Cantina HasLab. It's just on a different card.
Correct.
And is it the same number though?
No.
Okay, so they're selling you the same Greedo just on a different card.
Yeah, because they do HasLab numbering differently now than the regular main line.
Got it. Yeah. And so General Veers, I believe, is a new one, and
yes.
Poggle the Lesser, which is I'm assuming Poggle the Lesser is a part of this whole Battle of Geonosis campaign, you know?
Yeah. I gotta say, I remember when we live streamed, I was a little bit put off by the Greedo, but a lot of people in the chat on my live were like, hey, I didn't get the Cantina HasLab, so I wanted a new Greedo, and this is a great way for me to get
there you go.
Greedo is a lot more iconic to that planet and that scene than most of your patrons.
Well, he's there. He's there with
speaking lines. Like he's, and then I'm definitely, so I'm pre-ordered that General Veers and that Poggle. I am so excited about that. They need to upscale that Poggle, but that Veers, they haven't done General Veers since 2011. So I am super excited. One of my favorite Imperial officers of all time. So
nice.
Super excited for those.
And he looks really good. I know that we don't have up close photos and everything, but do yourselves a favor and check out the new details that have on their Instagrams and everything, and the sculpts are amazing. Yeah, Commander Blythe Snowtrooper Commander is a repack. Yeah, we need a Commander in Black Series. I think that'd be cool. We need honestly another Snowtrooper in Black Series.
Well, there's a good opportunity for an updated Snowtrooper with them being in Mando and Grogu. So,
with the removable mask and everything. Yeah.
Oh, those masks, man! That got me excited. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see that. We never saw that. We haven't seen that.
Yeah. James, a lot of controversy around the Veers card back, which was showing the AT-ATs, and
isn't that an original 96 card back though?
I don't remember. I remember
AT-AT, because in parentheses they put AT-AT Commander, which is the original name,
correct,
for Veers and his battle gear. So I think that was an original card back. A step towards the 96.
Well, someone made, I think it was Hybrid, or somebody made a good point where only shots of Veers in that scene is only from the chest up, and I don't know if that can fit in a card back to do it justice. So
right,
I open these things, so I don't know.
They should just use AI to fix the image, right?
They should fix AI fixes everything. But another also on this list was the multi-pack, the Obi-Wan Kenobi, and who is the commander?
Well, they marked it as a 212th Airborne, but you could just say that this is the named Airborne from Utapau named Sergeant Barlex, because a lot of the clone commanders in Revenge of the Sith are named clones after the fact, after the movie came out, but they're wearing the exact same armor as a regular grunt.
Gotcha.
So this I'm just going to say that this is Sergeant Barlex for my shelf, and I'll be happy with just the one.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah. Let's see here. Fig Fury is checking in. What's up?
I hate that guy.
I was gonna say I hope you're feeling better, but
another supervillain of the action figure community. I hate that guy.
Oh yeah. It just shows so.
Do better, Fig. Do better.
Do better.
Nicholas H. The 96, but we've already had it in TVC. I talked about. Oh yeah, that's the Veers or
Veers. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Yes, but we had it in TVC. All right, cool. I love the pit. It'll be part of 96. Poggle, Star Wars and Bruce. Again, we need that in such a 6-inch form. It'd be great. Scott, so at the same card back, it is the same card back as the vid.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Commander Bly, the Sinister Sixers.
Yeah. Yes, sir. We need like a call sign for that. We need to make an emoji for the
Sixers.
Oh
yeah, there we go. So vintage collection got a pretty, some good figures there. And again, I think that Pago was the start of the Battle of Geonosis, and we'll see what 2026 brings.
So far they've officially revealed Shakti, Padme, and Poggle for Battle of Geonosis. So
it's a great start, man.
I'm thinking that the focus on Battle of Geonosis is going to just be Attack of the Clones Battle of Geonosis. So that still opens the door for Geonosians, super battle droids, droidicas, clones, other Jedi, other separatist leaders, Jango Fett. I mean, we did just get this awesome deluxe Jango Fett recently, though. So.
Yeah, I really think though they're going to flesh out the Geonosis, the arena. I think they're going to flesh out the arena, with all kinds of stuff, and then whatever spills over from just Clone Wars and clones in general will be a thing, like they always do, right? So, let's see here. Okay, let's go to Black Series where
now we're talking.
So 2-packs were released. We had the what's the Gaming Greats 2-pack?
Yep.
Yeah. There's another one too that we don't have pictured here. That Phase 1 Coruscant Guard and the training battle droid officer.
That's right.
But then we got another one from Battlefront 2 this past week. Yeah. With this ARC Trooper and Commando droid in the training paint.
I'm all for it. I don't buy I don't buy the Gaming Greats unless they're Old Republic. But again, I'm never in that line of like, don't produce them. I hate them. You know what I mean? Just people want them. People deserve them, and get them if you want them, right?
I've noticed recently in the action figure community, this obviously goes well beyond Star Wars too. Like, the sentiment is kind of turning into, if I don't want it, then I think it's not a good release. Yeah, and that I think we need to remember sometimes that subjectivity. Absolutely. If you don't want it, don't buy it. But I think it's a little unfair to say, like, because for me and like a ton of my friends, we were day 0 pre-order people for both of those Battlefront packs because we have such a deep attachment to that Battlefront game. I have 125 days played on that Battlefront 2.
Awesome.
Like that's across the last 8 years. I have that much time played. So for me, it's like. Yeah, I want them to make every single appearance that's customizable in Battlefront 2. I will be happy with all of them.
That's the sentiment, right? If when people say nobody wants this, nobody wanted it, no, you didn't want it. You were not going to buy it. But that's like I've really tried to steer away from that kind of talk this year and moving on. It was like hey, it's something like what. They can sit there and release 7 figures, and if 2 of them are cool and stuff I'm going to buy those and I'm going to be happy with it. The other ones, I understand.
Well, unless it's from Resistance, then
yeah, you're right. I would say only Hell Runner wants it. I mean, I'm not gonna, it's like he's the only one that wants it. But we'll get back to Black Series in a second. Cube Squadron checking.
What's up, Cassidy?
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Family got in early. Bunch of Trek fans.
Oh man,
kick them right out. Kick him to the curb.
Just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. Gotta run. Excited for Syndicate. Will catch replay. Yes. Cassidy, thank you so much. There's gonna be so much more from Cassidy, and you actually might even see him on this or a stream in the future. Streams, we'll say streams, because I'm in constant communication of him, and I've got more beans to spill, which I'm never gonna spill. I can't spill.
Someone also shout out to Hybrid Toy Reviews, and Vincent from Carbonites got to interview Cassidy on Hybrid's channel for his Talking Toys with the Boys live show last week. And then I'm almost done watching the replay on the Micro Galaxy Squadcast, where Cassidy also made an appearance. So if you want to go to the Micro Galaxy Squadron YouTube channel, Kevin Microfleet and Micro Galaxy Squadron on Instagram and YouTube, they interviewed him as well. That was a really good. Both of those were great. Definitely check them both out. So Cassidy's starting to make the rounds. Maybe after he's on Sarlacc, I'll invite him on for an interview with Blitz Transmissions.
Hey man, he's gonna have to make the rounds, because again, him and I have something really cool cooking up, and then of course, as the launch date of the Kickstarter, and if you guys don't know, we'll get to it. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be very, very exciting stuff. So I'll be there at Bug Mooch. Dude, it's not a bug, man. I'm telling you, this is a necessity. It's a necessity.
Hey,
man,
Mooch, we should probably also tell people to go over there and make sure they're actually pre-signing up.
Yes, So I know I put in a link in the description below. So before we get into all the talk, might as well do it now. Is that you'll find the Cube Squadron Kickstarter there, and just be an early bird. It doesn't cost you anything. You're not backing the actual product right now, but you're doing an interest, right? And Cassidy promised that at 1,000 backers, he's going to release a cube as far as the image, and at 1,500, you're going to see the final image. And I'm not saying anything more. I signed the NDA. I'm not doing it. I like Cassidy, but I know everything. It's so good. So.
I definitely. It is free to RSVP. You're essentially You're basically signing up for a newsletter. If there's any updates on the project, you are helping it succeed for free at this 100%. Stage in the game. And this and signing up now does not obligate you to any payments later on as well. So literally, you are only helping the Kickstarter by hitting that link and joining it now. And with that, now that I've divulged that, Mooch is now going to tell us all the secrets that he's been printing.
This is where my internet should start interrupting. Not at the beginning when I start talking. I wish that was
Mooch. I got.
If I did that, I'm sure it'd permanently be damaged. But but it is such a fun project. Again, and you might even get interested in the Micro Galaxy Squadron line after you see this, and that's something that we're going to bring in the future too. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but Black Series, I think we got it covered, right?
Sir.
I think Toba Fett is in everybody's hands these days. I think it should all be shipped if you haven't got it.
I haven't heard anything from Big Bad Toy Store.
Not if you ordered from Amazon. It's still treading a little bit late from Amazon, brother.
I got mine.
Okay, wow. Stop. Okay, Rich Flexer, get him out of here. Whatever.
Somebody ordered it from China.
Whatever, man.
It's just it's a ripoff. Look, guys, it's Boba Fett. Scott did an awesome review on the site too. If you guys want to check it out early before you get it in hand to see all the features and everything, it's a fantastic figure. So he's here. Awesome. I got him. I'm ready to put him on the shelf. Absolutely. Awesome. Let's see here. Check in with the pit again. Sujan, I picked up 2 Micro Galaxy Squadron ships. Bring on the cubes.
Brother. I got a couple on hand here right now. I got the Imperial V-Wing. I got the Poe Dameron's Rise of Skywalker X-Wing. I have a couple more back here.
Artist Scott Solo. Bring the Cube Squadron is a must. It absolutely is, dude.
It is.
We got Shelf Life checking in. What's good, Mooch, Alex, and Tommy? Happy stream and good to all the chat. Yes.
Hey guys, so Shelf Life here.
Dude, we got such a great community of people that I love. I love when I see a new pop up of a live stream or a video and stuff, I'm all about it. I try to hit as many chats as I can and try to consume as much as I can because I live in front of this computer. So I always have things going on. So again, that's the great thing about the Syndicate Discord too. You're going to find all those channels when they go live. So you're not going to miss a beat and just hang out with some cool people.
Yeah, and also she'll be bringing that Halo. So another device to Star Wars, Star Trek, Halo.
Yeah,
I love it.
Amen. Eric Coach, you guys should get Mr. Stevie on from Hasbro anytime. Especially he owes one of these people on this panel, one of these three, a very special, like he should be thanking that one right there. No, you got him.
I don't see anybody on here that deserves any thanks. I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
It is a thankless job, though.
It is a thankless job. It is.
Oh man. It's Scott. I don't think Mr. Stevie wants to come on here. We'd love to hate him. We'll love to have him, but we asked.
We love to hate him.
Wow,
the Freudian slip.
He should laugh at that.
Not coming on now.
He should laugh at that. I'm just saying he should laugh because it's if we didn't care, we wouldn't say a thing. That's all I say, right?
Well, maybe we shouldn't have said anything.
Maybe I should just stop. I'm really digging a hole the last show. I'm like, 2025 needs to go away. So
Tron.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So 375 is that a thing now? What are we doing?
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
that's tough questions. Interesting questions, honest questions.
Yeah.
He would get a very good experience on the show.
Yeah.
And he would have to face some questions because we are the demographic. We are the collectors. We're the ones buying this stuff. So, and we like talking about it. So, yeah.
We sure do.
Phantom Menace Dennis. Someone spits on TVC.
Yeah. You already know.
100%. Why is Tron, Stu John? Yes.
Why is Tron? That's the question we should be asking right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Blizzard Toba Fett. I was trying, I thought that Mandalorian that was coming out would have definitely had the same articulation as the Boba Fett, because Mandalorian, it could have been a whole thing.
That's too funny.
Come on, right? But you know what? Hasbro's, I think this is Hasbro, or you correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think this is Hasbro, right?
Yeah, it's Hasbro.
Oh, okay. So if you guys remember the 12-inch series of just 5 points of articulation kind of deal. Scott had brought this up to our attention, meaning that I think Hasbro did say something like these won't get articulation because kids won't like the articulation. Well, the new Titan series is now a fully articulated.
Wait, what? Who said kids won't like articulation?
I don't know.
What?
We never were
doing.
Yeah.
This is Hasbro's new line, Warm Toys. This is their competition with Hot Toys right here.
Oh, really?
12-inch figures. Yeah, they're called Warm Toys.
Lukewarm toys.
Yeah. You didn't know?
No, that's fantastic. Oh man. If it's anything like what they're gonna be like $20, $30.
Probably.
Yeah. I like the fact that they're articulated. I'll definitely get the Vader. I'm an insta buy Vader, so I will buy Vader.
I will not buy any of them.
Yeah, I have to. Vader's. I'm such a sucker for it.
It's just not for my demographic.
100%. Well, I have a Vader DTOF. Like it's all just so anything I could even keychains and stuff.
I have
it's like
the Boss Nass 12-inch Phantom Menace action collection figure.
Yeah.
He's got probably the similar articulation here. He's got swivel hips, bendy knees, hinge and swivel at the shoulders.
Yeah.
Hinge at the elbows, swivel at the wrist. He's actually got a lot of articulation going on. He scales really nicely with Hot Toys though.
Nice. Yeah, it looks just like a Hot Toy.
Taken on a bongo to the planet code. You Sabian Punish.
Oh man, but so let's see here. Star Wars of Bruce is in on that mall. Not a bad choice too on the mall.
Maul Shadow Lord, a very fitting release with that coming up. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Stu John. These are the new Hot Toys, right? The beat.
Warm toys.
20. Yeah, the warm toys.
Yeah,
It's funny.
they're something. They're a toy.
Chet Maddox is buying all of them. Let's go. The Max Rebo experience. Mooch, do you have the Vader Mr. Potato Head? I do.
Oh, I'm sure
I do. I have the Mr. Not only do I have the Mr. Potato Head, I have the Stormtrooper Mr. Potato Head also. So
Yeah. Well, Mooch, pull that slide back up because I know you were
Yeah.
dying to talk about this
I'm
other
trying to
reveal here
bypass it,
from
but
Disneyland.
yeah. Look, guys, I'm all in on the holiday stuff. I love the holiday stuff, but this is poop. Poop. Love stinks. I hate it. Just kidding. For those of you that want it, no, who asked for this? Nobody wants this, right? No.
You know you ordered it.
Okay, first off, is the Disney are these droids TVC or
No, so the Droid Factory line, I don't know if it's made by Hasbro like behind the scenes, but there is no like manufacturer label on the packaging. It's just Droid Factory through Disney.
Is it kind of like that Star Speeder?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I got it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, who put that on there?
Wow.
Who did that?
Thanks. But hey, look, it was inevitable. It was absolutely inevitable that and I understand. If I was if I was a kind person, I would understand getting this for your significant other. Or
I was a kind person.
Wow.
Or you know what I mean? Like I understand that, but honestly, would you guys be displaying this on your? You would have to because your other would get it.
Actually, I wasn't gonna buy this, but now that Hasbro just recently revealed that Valentine's Day Ewok, I'm like, okay,
the Ewok, yeah,
that'll give me something to go with my lonely Ewok on
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. So I'll have these guys.
Max Rebo.
See, there you go.
Max. So, again, I understand that 100%. There's a market for, and again, it's inevitable holiday. I think it's cool, but yeah, I want the Halloween ones because they stay up for 30 days, and I want the Christmas ones they stay up for another 30
I'm
days.
going to beg to differ with you, Mooch. I think this is cool. I think if you have a significant other that really is in this, because there are people that pair themselves. They actually go to the movies together. I think this would work if you're into that. I think it's incredibly smart too. Mix on a counter. Maybe behind it. That's kind of cool, man.
As much as I make fun of it, you know what I mean. Much as I make fun of it, like it's one of those things where I go, yeah, of course. Like I have no kind of like, come on. No, I'm just like, yeah, it's cool. Again, it's just like it's just one of those things. Okay, next, but I understand it. I understand. And I might be getting one.
I think Dr. Brentley's on one right here because I would be all down for that holiday.
But I am getting one for Maddox. So
yeah, exactly. But
this are us already. Dr. Brentley, St. Patrick's Day, they need a drunk greet.
Bartender R2 rolls up, like I said again, man.
Exactly.
Cantina, all drinks on it. I'm down for that, bro.
Yeah, man.
Marvel Legends getting in on the game too, right? With the Valentine's Iron Man. So Stu John Jedi, I did get the Valentine's Day Iron Man I saw on SKN. That it's a present for my daughter.
See, again, that's why I said, man, it's
I
there
understand.
for a reason. There are certain, and it's gonna get a demographic that we don't get into action figures and everything. That may actually be the gateway to get some in. So I think it's kind of
gateway drug, man.
Idea.
Yeah,
and that's why I said there.
The first one for free, brother. You got to pay for the rest.
Well, and that's why
I got first one freed on Hot Toys, and now I'm down the train with that. So thanks, Skywalker Hendrix.
But they like I said, with Star Wars, right? There's room for everything, right? And that's why I talked to Scott about even the little 4-inch galactic whatever they call them these days. I feel there should be a very playable toy for like the bubbly toys, the more kindergarten stuff. But
I'm gonna give my dissenting opinion again, man.
I know, but I just feel like I feel like TV. Look at the price point too. Like TVC and Black, they're for collectors.
That's where I will agree with you. I think it's a price point thing because I was gonna say, like, dude, this action figure at the 3 3/4 scale. When I was a kid, I'd love to have something.
Yeah,
like
of course,
this.
Of course.
Just absolutely amazing. I always preferred. My dad and I called them bendy figures over the 5 feet away. Just. Yeah, just a preference, but I agree with that. With cost of production and licensing
But here's
fees
the thing.
being through the roof right now for Star Wars.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
here's the thing. Kids today have that choice. They can get somebody that wants to pay the $20 can get that for that kid. But then there's the alternate cheaper version. Again, I understand Scott's argument on resources.
Yes.
Like if it's such a big line, why are they on clearance constantly? If it's such a big, why do you find in droves? You know, why? And I'm sure at Ross one day there's just gonna be a truckload of them. And again, it might be something that needs to be played out or whatnot. I mean, Hasbro's good at playing things out, testing the waters on a lot of levels. You know, they
are.
Yeah.
I will say I did see some of that line at Ross.
Did you really?
I popped in, and they also had the Mando helmet and a couple other things. And, I popped in today and that whole entire section was like brought out. So there is a level there are certain people that it's starter packs. There's certain ones that we don't want to have. Look, you're not going to buy some, like, a 4 or 5 year old, a $27 or now $30 action figure. But this kind of, again, it's the gateway. It starts them off, they get into it, then they grow into that. And I think it's smart to have different age levels grow up in the genre,
Yeah. Commander Bly. Ollie's and Ross have to sell something.
Damn right.
Well, the other part,
they can't just stock Super 7 all the time.
Yeah. The other part too is, like Moocher was basically saying, cough up the $20 or just say you're broke is what he's basically telling everybody. So
wow. If you don't want to get your niece and nephew, son, daughter like this, it's like, come on, like
that'd be the Moocher meme and everything. You're just broke.
Just say you're broke. Just say you're broke.
Say you're broke. We got the Stone Mandalorian checking
what
in.
Up?
Fellas in chat. Yes. Thank you so much, dude. You're not you're on time, dude. Like our conversations never stop. It's always like where you just jump back in line and start to, talk about the stuff we love to do.
Exactly.
Stu John, plenty of island rays if you're interested. Yeah.
I hope you know, Mooch. When Hybrid and I recently did our little Toys for Tots, Ollie's haul. Yeah. I did see a now 8-year-old box of Grand Admiral or Vice Admiral Holdos. And I saw them and I immediately thought of you. I looked at them and I went, oh, Moocher. And then I just kept going down that.
Well, here, okay. I've got a little bit of a segment here that we're talking about Black Series and thing. And, 2026, we always have these, resolution, everything that we want to do and all that stuff. Yeah. So I decided to do something proactive leading into the new year with the Holdo thing. I actually looked at the figure today and I was like, okay, one day I dusted her off and everything. Even Scott saw the inch of dust on it. She's off the floor. I brought her home. I brought her home. Okay. This is burning my hand as we speak, but the step one.
Someone screenshot this.
I took
a picture of him with the
clip it. Clip
that.
I step one. I brought her home after how many years? How many years it's been when it came into the office? It was on the floor of the office. I'm not opening her. Not today. That's a 2026 kind of I'll get to it. I have to get to it. But I have to put my money where my mouth is. If you want room for growth as a human being, as a Star Wars fan, as a collector, I've got to start acting on it. And so I made a cautious effort to go, Star Wars. I made an effort to be like, all right, step one, take her home. I don't know if she'd get a spot on the shelf yet. I have to, it's just like anything in life, you got to baby step it up, man. So
I think I'm just going to start buying you every Holdo that I see, mailing them to you. And then you'll have the biggest, then you'll have so many of them that you corner the market and it becomes the most valuable Star
it's
Wars
like
figure.
a $500 Holdo figure.
Shelf life, you're spitting.
No, don't get them.
Don't get them today.
Oh, man. Yeah, man, no, Mike, I'm dusting off your girl. Yeah. It's just... Oh, sorry, wait. Lots of poor decisions in my life started with the first taker.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I would not disagree with him, brother. That is the sentiment of everybody who's gotten divorced at one time or another.
That's crazy.
I want to be clear. I love Laura Dern. I love the actress. but that's the worst character in Star Wars.
He's doing damage control now.
I'm backtracking. She's in my home now. It's like, like a fatal attraction moment.
It's gonna be like a horror movie. He turns around, he's washing his hands, and she's in the doorway.
Oh, how about purple beard? I can't have purple hair. How about purple beard? I'll start wearing Holdo shirts. Yeah, I mean, look, guys.
He'll change his name to Vice Admiral Moocher.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I just, I don't know. Yeah, the next day you'll force choke yourself. Yeah. I just, again, it's been years since I did. I just was like, I'm going to be proactive today. I feel proactive. So we'll see. We'll revisit Holdo where she's at in 6 months.
Nice.
Where's Holdo in 6 months? So is she open? Does she make the shelf? Do I do an opening? Do an unboxing? It's like Fear Factory. It's like Fear Factory.
Right.
Fear Factory. It's like, I can't do it. 12 Holdos of Christmas. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Retro got a droid.
There you go.
What'd you call it? What was the droid? M something?
I totally made it up. R4.
Oh, okay.
let me look it up, see if I was right.
Well,
I was like, that sounds like a droid name, right? Sounds like it has a
R2 M3, I think you called it. It's
R4 M6, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that is a real droid, but it's Mace Windu's purple one. No. Yeah. Let's look.
But for those retro collectors, again, here's I think Scott's the only one.
Yeah,
the
he is.
only one.
Scott by himself makes up about 20% of the retro.
Here's the thing. Nobody buys it. We could say that, right? But Scott does.
That does.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, you know what? Again, all of the moving parts in Hasbro's lines of Star Wars figures are moving. At least they're doing something.
I was close. It was R4 M9 instead of R4 M6.
It's the M series. It's the M series.
One digit off. Yeah.
So, Obi-Wan's droid is the R4. Yeah. So Retro's getting some love, which that could honestly be integrated right into 3 3/4 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not that much of a difference, Let's go into Black Series Most Wanted real fast. What's the update, Tommy? We've got less than a week away now.
Wow. Yeah, we are in the waning days of the Black Series Most Wanted campaign. It is going to submissions will close on Sunday, December 28th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. So that'll be it. It's like a HasLab campaign. Once the stroke of midnight hits, we close the submissions. It's over. And that is when we will, I've already counted through about a little over 200 of the submissions now. And I'm actually checking right now. We are at 364 submissions for Black Series Most Wanted at the moment. Absolutely crazy turnout considering, in the grand scheme of things, a lot of us are smaller channels in the grand scheme of the toy world, numbers-wise. So I'm really, really impressed and humbled by just how great the turnout has been for Black Series Most Wanted, and I think we'll still get plenty of submissions between now and Sunday. So again, if you haven't submitted to Black Series Most Wanted, let me make it very simple. You're going to go to Instagram, or you can go to any of our pages on YouTube, and you will find a link to a Google form. And again, it's easiest to find it on Instagram, but if you're not an Instagram user, it's linked in all of our... You can go to our post tab and on Blitz Transmissions on YouTube, for example, and you can find the link to the Google form. You go in, you type out the names of the 12 Star Wars characters that you want most to be made in the Black Series, and then boom, you submit it and you're done. That's all you have to do. It's super easy. You could take it, as long or as quickly as you want to. If you have all your 12 right off the top of your head and you're going to rattle them off on a form, send it in. If you want to sit and kind of think about it, you could do the same thing. Definitely submit. Make alts. Unfortunately, we only count one character name per ballot.
Well, go 12. Go 12.
Go 12.
So that's pretty much it. It's been super fun, and I've got some this week. I've been releasing little clips.
Dude, they're so good.
Incorporating the logo. I have a couple more that I already made that are going to come out tomorrow and the next day, and then I have 3 more that I plan on making just every day till the very end. make a fun little clip, tag a bunch of people. So yeah, definitely make sure you check in on that.
You know, for a first year, like I said, a first year project, you know, it can only get better. It'll snowball into something as the year goes on. You know, again, as we start to fill out more portions of the shelves and our collections, and we'll see what Hasbro brings for 2026. It's going to be something to concentrate on again, you know. And if anything, like I'm going to say this, if anything, it's been a fun ride just to think about
so much
revisiting your collection. Honestly, revisiting your collections. And I actually been like kind of organizing things a little bit better. So it's like, okay, I'm putting my Empire Strikes Back to shelf back together and all that stuff, all that stuff. And I've made some really cool friends along the way. Honestly, it's been cool to. I've discovered other streams and other podcasts there that just for people talking about making lists. I'm like, whoa, okay, cool, sub, boom. Like, you know, it's again, it's just living outside of that bubble. You know, a lot of times, especially when we do our own show, and we don't kind of like venture off, you know, and that's how this show kind of like started, where we bring in different faces, not the same faces every week. And I think the whole community project was a blast. So less than a week away, guys. The link is description below too to take you right to that Instagram page. And I know Instagram, not everybody messes with it, but you know, at least you could get the Google Docs form on that and get going on it. So
I'm super excited to post the full list, and we're also going to do other lists throughout the. Ban him. Let's get him out of here.
No. Okay, you got it and everything. Two cons.
Wait, Mooch, what's going on with Alex? He's cutting out all of a sudden.
Alex.
What's going on?
Calm down,
Alex. We're losing him. But yeah, no, it's been fun. It's got its own brand. It's more than just a little, you know, form you fill out. It's a whole event, and it's a community event. It's been super fun to do, and I'll stop talking about Black Series Most Wanted because I see John Graber, Space Chalky, in the chat.
Space Chalky's in.
Caught me red-handed. John, look, I have TVC on hand. Look.
We swear that there's TVC collectors here.
But yeah, it's been super fun, and you know, again, like Mooch said, the community aspect of it. You know, everybody kind of coming together, and you know, gathering as under one banner, under just a large community poll. It's been so much fun. Everybody can get involved, and you can tell that people feel a sense of belonging in this community poll. And I've been really enjoying seeing, you know, having conversations with all kinds of different fans with different interests, different what's the word? Preferences of certain eras of Star Wars.
100%, dude. 100%. Like, I'll be honest with you. I didn't know that there was that many groups around Clone Wars in general. Like that many solid groups just based around that cartoon. Where in our talk, a lot of times we just kind of put it as a chapter in Star Wars. I didn't know, like, I really didn't realize there was that much of a fan base around just this cartoon itself. And that makes me so like happy that because again, what we talked about before, you know, I have our experience, Alex has his experience, Tommy, you have yours, and it all is from the same cloth. You know, it's all cut from that same thing. And Black Series Most Wanted is definitely exposing that. You know, a lot of people just do the games and they want figures around the games, which even as a kid, I never really thought about that. Like I always thought movies and the cartoons only got figures, right? So now we're in this new era of really like Mando says, you know, interesting how many get made from the top 12 we pull from Black Series Most Wanted. You know,
I think
shelf
when
life is staying guaranteed all 12 will be made at some point, you know.
Probably. I mean, judging by if I've counted through, like I said, maybe honestly probably close to 250 submissions at this point. And if that is any indicator of what the final top 12 will be, because I will say the other fun thing is it's like constantly changing. Like every 20 or so submissions, that bottom 6 of that top 12 is completely different. And there's so many characters that are neck and neck with that. Like, and I think that the general collecting base will be really happy with there's such a good, healthy mix of original trilogy, prequel trilogy, Clone Wars, and some expanded universe and Rebels snuck their way into the current top 12. So if that is any indicator, I think it also shows that we did a good job of really pulling from all corners of the community and not just, you know, I was kind of worried about that because a lot of us younger guys, like, we have a really strong, like biased toward Clone Wars and prequel stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of didn't want the top 12 to be all Clone Wars and prequels, because that kind of alienates a big part of the community. I mean, a lot of you guys, you want that Lobot, that 9 that Max Rebo, and so I've seen a lot of lists that are literally just nothing but aliens from Return of the Jedi, or nothing but characters from the Bespin sequence. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been really cool.
Yeah, I will say, man, and you really kind of like, you and the rest of the guys really did a great job getting it out to people, championing it, and they've done a bunch of hard lifting, so much that I got in contact by Brian Voss at Nacelle, and you guys are going to do Star Trek Make It So.
Okay. Okay.
Alex is really testing the waters today, man.
I think I'm gonna leave the show now. Everybody have a good night. No. There are a lot of characters that only got 1 vote, but actually in the grand scheme of things, it's actually not many. Almost every character has been given at least by 2 people. So that goes to show that there's
even
more
Captain
than one
EO. I mean, really,
Captain EO has more than 1 submission.
Damn right
so
he does.
Far.
Thank you, Commander Cook. That's my boy.
Star Wars improves the post Holdo maneuver. Holdo make the top 12.
No, but somebody did put an updated Holdo on their list.
Oh yes, and that got more than 1 vote.
Yeah.
Yep. Come on, Mooch, you know you did it.
Commander Bly, crazy that the Acolyte is currently running the table. The whole sisters, the whole.
Well, there is one.
I knew.
There is one character that appeared in the Acolyte that is currently on that top 12. So,
really,
but was in existence before the Acolyte.
Yeah. Plagueis.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to anyone who's made a top 12 list, sent a submission, and there's time.
Yeah.
Again, there's still less than a week, but there's still time.
And I guarantee there'll be like 500 submissions, and then the day it closes, 200 more come in.
Will there be more? Just prepare for the, hey, where did it go? Where I was going to do it.
Oh, man, I set an alarm for 11:53, and I slept through my alarm.
Yeah.
Dang it. Obi-Wan and Mandalorian armor probably won't end up making it, but he's had several votes on the list, Stu John. He's had several. And I'm going to make, so in January, it's not just going to be, the community top 12 isn't going to be the only 12 that we post. Throughout the month of January, there will also be afterwards, like top 12 Jedi, top 12 clones, top 12 Jabba denizens, top 12, all different lists showing the order of, and I'll have on there, like how many votes each character got.
It's a good eye opener for us too, because it's like, oh, wait a second, that's like that character. I've never thought about that, and then you kind of picture it on your shelf and how it goes, and maybe it can influence TVC, John Graber. I don't know. I'm trying to give, because I don't want to get spit on. So it's like
I'm dodging. I'm bobbing and weaving. He's coming at me in barefoot with a glass of wine in his hand. It's game over, dude.
That is awesome. Chris K. I don't collect Black Series, but I'm looking forward to the results. And admittedly, so even when TVC does all their polls and stuff, I always vote. Like I'm always in people's things voting as place, because again I have a little bit, but also something that there's some figures that I would like to see them have attention to, because you never know what that can trigger if something in TV, like Poggle the Lesser, right? Poggle the Lesser, if it's like people get in their hand and maybe the outcry for it, like we got to get this in.
I've heard a lot of outcry recently. This has been outcry for a long time, but I've heard the Hasbro team recently starting to echo that, like, we know that you guys want us to balance the scales between, between 3 3/4 and 6 inch. So I'm hoping that we'll start to see a little more synergy between the reveals for each scale.
Yeah, and theming, like I always like if they haven't done this in a long time. This year did show a little bit of it, and last year too was the theming of the waves. So if you have a wave like the Shock T wave, it was actually like, oh, these are Jedis, or did we have the Dooku and the Zaz Ventress and kind of like go with the Tales of the Jedi wave. I like if they continued something like that where Star Wars is a lot to do, and sometimes it's like comes out of left field, out of nowhere. So there is going to be some oddball figures thrown in from a wave, which is cool
Right.
too. You know, like
Right.
Nia Na might come in we're gonna do a Phantom Menace wave, and all of a sudden there's Nia Na, right? So it's like,
Right.
I'll take it because I don't care. But something that comes in for TVC, like Carson Teva,
Yep.
would be great to come in Black Series at the same time. You know, effort on both angles, right? It doesn't make sense to revisit it later because the hype is there already, right? So like Carson Teva's there for TVC.
Strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, right. Yep. And you know, and then when you meet Paul, you can get them both signed. So like stuff like that moving forward would be fantastic. You know,
absolutely.
Let's see. Stu John, I tried to think of all the best things that either needed to be made or updated, and then narrowed down my list to those things I would 100% buy. Yes. Then I picked my top 12. That is a great approach because I did the same thing, even though mine was heavily Empire Strikes Back, you know, aliens and droids kind of stuff. But I just felt like it's almost like it's inevitable, man. These things need to be made, and I'm worried sometimes that Hasbro doesn't always look at going deep into lines versus updates and new characters, like, or keeping fresh characters in the face of collectors. The whole thing they did this year with you know, Luke, Leia, Han, Chewie, and all that stuff.
Right.
And they do the main characters. We had another 2 Mandos, or actually we didn't talk about one thing we'll talk about in a second. A Mando Grogu's coming out, so there'll be more Mandos. But like, where we go deep into the line, you know, back in the Power of the Force 2 days, it was no question we were getting the you know, we were getting Dr. Mandible, you know what I mean? We were getting just background character. It was like a no question we're getting. And now I seriously doubt that they even think about that deep into, especially Black Series.
I just think it's hard because the last 5 years have just been such a media blitz of like just show, just nonstop hitting you with like 3 to 4 shows a year. We can't even get the mains done from the last season of Bad Batch that came out, and then we're already on the next 3 shows. You know, so I think that kind of puts them in a difficult position. 2025 was great because we had a year with basically no new media coming out other than like Andor. So we got to really lean into
a lot too. You know,
yes, we got to lean into legacy media. Yeah. Along, not even just with the anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, but also with like the OT mains, doing all that stuff. And I think that they are working toward a better balance going forward. Like 2026, we've got Mando and Grogu, Maul Shadow Lord, possibly Ahsoka season 2.
We talked about it. I mean, I think it's still there, but I just want to say shout out to Collective. I saw you in the chat. And I wanted to make sure that we got you properly shout out. So welcome in, man.
Yeah.
I saw you earlier. I just, go for it, Alex. Sorry.
No worries, man. Hey, I always think, though, it's good to have the lesser carries pop up, too, because at that point, you know, maybe there are certain people that, you know, tend to go with the tidal wave of things. We see a lot of great characters, but yet there's those obscure characters that somebody else is like, but they're probably not going to make it. So when this list comes out, you're able to see some of the lessers. That might influence them, say, hey, you know what? There's some interest there. And that might also make the fandom say, oh, well, yeah, that's one of my favorite characters too. I just never thought they were going to make it. So it balances out well, whether it's the most wanted or the not wanted. It works in well, man.
Yeah. And different ways of doing it in a 2-pack, made to order, HasLab, whatever it is, maybe just getting in those characters in some creative fashion. You know what I mean? Would be interesting to have them recognize that too. West Lapier 5762 checking in needs they need to do a whole new Bad Batch. It's been ages. Yeah, they did season 1 of Bad Batch, season 2 of Bad Batch, and they did not do the season 3 of Bad Batch at all. I think we wouldn't get any.
And not to mention, TVC's only got Hunter and Crosshair, and the show's been out for almost 5 years now.
I kind of think they're waiting on something as a collective. You know, a lot of people say HasLab or whatever it is.
Dude, they just need to. They just need to do one of these big like gift sets. I have one under my.
Yeah, man.
Here.
Yeah.
They just need to do one of these and just knock out. Give me Tech, Wrecker, Echo, Omega. Done.
Yeah.
Get them done.
But you know, Mooch, you brought up a good point about that, and actually, there is a sinister reason behind that. I do think that at one point down the line, there may be the Bad Batch ship and all of them released as a HasLab. I got a bad feeling that the minute you said that, I'm like, that's probably why they're holding off on some of those characters.
The Havoc Marauder.
I'm telling you.
I was kind of thinking of like the Marauder might have been. Still, it might be in play with the whole Bad Batch thing. That's why. I mean, that's the only thing. Like I said, why did they just recently release? Was it Crosshair not too long ago?
Yeah,
and they don't have everybody else, but in like
But because we just saw that with the gunship this year, and then all of a sudden now all those troopers out there that you need to get, and you started to release them, and now you're like, there's a reason why they're holding that off. And I guarantee you, we'll probably be talking about this year's or next year, and we'll see that pop up, and everybody will blow because that's such a great ship too. Yeah, but it's going to blow fandom's mind.
I don't.
If you see that,
I mean, you saw the kind of controversial subject just around the LAT, which is a iconic starship for Star Wars. You put the Marauder in there, it's even more controversial.
I don't know though, because other than the price, I think I think price is the only thing that people consistently get hung up on. For how long TVC fans have been begging for them to finish Clone Force 99, and I have seen countless, every time there's like a HasLab post, countless comments of do the Havoc Marauder, do the Bad Batch shuttle, they say over and over and over. I'm like, man, Alex, you're probably right. If they did that HasLab, I think there would be enough FOMO demand.
I would
that
get
said,
it, bro.
though, I would buy it too. I'd buy it too.
I don't do vintage collection. But I would do that, man.
But I will say I do get annoyed because like it happened with the Ghost, and like what if it happens with the Bad Batch shuttle? What happens if you don't get all the tiers? That figure just never comes out.
No,
and you just are missing a key member of the team now.
They've been skewed to go down that rabbit hole because again, they did re-release Greedo. I know he did go through, but I think now there's a little bit with that licensing. I think everything's on the table, but there's a reason why they're holding off on those characters, man.
Get this guy. Get Bly out.
I know. Bly is funny, dude.
But yeah, just to throw in one more comment on that. It's the price thing is just that's what people get hung up on, and that's just again the cost of the manufacturing.
That's a big ship too, man.
And I will say that was kind of like a savior. I hate to say this, like the double-edged sword of the have $1,000 for the base version. You get half the shuttle, and then the deluxe version, which is $15. No, but I think what saved it was, I mean, this was honestly a detractor for the Republic Gunship HasLab, was that stretch goals were weak. They were weak, man.
True.
They sucked. It's Jedi. The Jedi, really? Like, you could have given me more accessories for the gunship that were like Clone Wars specific. Like, I would have loved the big floodlights when they go to Umbara. Those big, in place of the ball turrets, those big floodlights.
Just blast effects, dude, and like,
But I wasn't so hurt about not meeting those stretch goals for Stacey Chen and Aegon Kolar because I didn't care about those stretch goals, but I shouldn't not care about the stretch goals. That's the other thing. Yeah.
But if they're smart, they learn something from that. Don't make stretch goals. If you're going to do all the Bad Batches, put it all out at once and just say, hey, this is the campaign. These are the figures. Let's just not play around with it. But I don't think it's that much in a crazy scheme that like the gunship. I think, again, I've seen the gunship in person. It's huge. I think the same thing. I think they could do the Bad Batch ship and it wouldn't be a problem. And I think that it's probably about close to the same price range.
Yeah.
So, I think they tested the waters last year and they did have some weak goals on that. But I think they've proven that they've learned things every campaign and they may make very good pivots. So I got a feeling that, there's a reason for it, man. Mooch scared me now, and there's a reason for it and everything.
Yeah.
Max Rebo.
Hey, Batman Arkham City official checking in.
Sir.
Yeah.
All of fandom. All of fandom.
Blitz. The entire planet. That's what people's expectations these are. It's like, why isn't Hasbro just like, why aren't they paying us for this thing? And
that's something that I would love to, if unless Mooch, you had another topic planned, I'd like to
go
that a little bit.
Please do it.
I like Brad Pitt.
Which before I talk about this, to Tyrone King's comment that just came in, I have heard. Then this, you didn't hear this from me. Once upon a time, there was something thrown around for a Black Series HasLab AT-AT that was going to be $850.
I would have paid
and
that,
it was going to be like 5 feet tall. But anyway,
Tommy would have had to come and rest me because I would have broken into places to get 5 or 6 of those
to raise some funds, right?
I would have did that.
Cook, have a great Cook, have a great holiday. Thank you so much,
Cook,
man.
my man, EO forever.
Before we get into that, so he has his yearly tip that reminds everybody to go hunting on Christmas Eve. That the store's a chance of I know Tommy did this challenge last year. I don't know.
We did. I went with my brother. I think we found a micro galaxy chase when we went last year. Yeah, it was. But I mean, hey, you might they do stock it for that mad rush the day after Christmas and all that stuff. And definitely,
it's a great tip. So thank you, Scott, for popping in there and letting us know about that. It's
God, that was a year ago. That feels so much longer than a year ago. Wow, holy cow. How times change. But I wanted to pick your guys' brain a little bit because I know, Alex, you are a lot more involved with the production side of this kind of stuff. How do you guys feel about it's honestly probably one of my biggest frustrations out of all of collecting right now is something comes out and I don't think obviously nobody wants to pay more for toys. I totally get that. Whenever there's a price increase, I get it. I don't want to pay more. But I think that personally, maybe some collectors are ignorant to just how much figures have improved, whether it's through sculpting, painting, articulation. I've seen such leaps and bounds. Here's a perfect example right here. Look at this Ezra Bridger. I mean, this dude's double jointed legs. He can barely stand upright. He doesn't have butterfly joints. He looks fine. He's fine, but it's nowhere near the level of sculpting and articulation that you get on a figure like this Marin from Jedi Survivor. The articulation, the poses. I have her balanced on my shelf like this on one leg. And I mean, for me, it's how do you guys feel about that? Do you feel like that it's justified in most cases when people are, saying that it's not worth it anymore? And do you think that, or is it people being ignorant to the leaps and bounds that are being made and how these things get made? Because then the other part of it too is obviously rising cost of production and things like that.
Well, do you want me to go first, Smooch?
Go for it. Yeah, go for it, Alex.
All right. Being in the industry now and everything, and I've gotten over the last year a real master class on a lot of these things. One, I do think it's okay for you to have a tap out point when you're saying, look, absolutely. It's a little too much. We all know there were governmental things that happened this year that changed prices in a little ways. We won't get all into that, but there's certain things that did add the cost in. I know, so there's a little bit of the country wars that we'll say that basically helped out the costs going up. But it was already, look, this is what happens when you have corporate boards. The main goal at Hasbro, and we love Hasbro and a lot of products they do, but private companies don't have to make shareholders money. Every quarter, you better be making money for the corporation. So that means higher costs. That means cutting back on articulation. That means how can you save as much as possible, yet get more? That's where, when you look at overseas, where you look at certain things like Hot Toys, or you're looking at like Mofex or something, there's a different philosophy on that. Because they aren't ruled by a governing board of shareholders that probably don't even purchase the toys or even understand. It's just that my stock price needs to go here and my profit needs to go there.
And how you can tell is the turnaround.
Exactly.
They don't keep employees more than 4 or 5 years. Because it's like, okay, that didn't work, bring someone else in. Okay, that didn't work, bring someone else.
And we know there's a lot of talented guys that should, in all possible way, be there, and they aren't. But it changes in the way that you think about cost and rising. What happens is people want more articulation, yet they don't want to pay for articulation. People we're talking about the gunship, it costs a little too much not to have lights and sounds, but they don't understand that they don't pay a licensing fee for Transformers or GI Joe. They own that. They can, so there's a certain amount that's on the board that's not there. While Star Wars, everything, they start a Star Wars toy at a deficit. Because they've already paid for the license. There's always so much money that's put into it. So they're like, how can we cut cost? But then you look at the HasLabs and everything from GI Joe or something, and they're like, how can we make this the most awesome vehicle we can? and also keep costs down. So it changes that. So it's been a year of reflection for me, seeing how it is. And look, you're right. I want lesser pricing for everything. And but then here's the point: you go out and get yourself again. A import might seem highly expensive, yet when you look at that, you see the build details, you see the quality of the sculpting and everything. How is that possible? Small group of guys were able to put all their efforts and everything and cost into something, and it was able to give that out. A lot of times, these guys over at Hasbro and things are handcuffed. Because
they have a box they got to stay in.
Right.
Maddox is spitting as the kids say. As the kids say these days.
Dropping the knowledge, man.
Of course, as a consumer, we look at it one way. We're not in the business, so of course we look at it like $30, and that's what we're looking at. Like, okay, it's $30 times 20, figures a year, or 40 figures a year. And so we tend to have, like just a chaotic cloud says, you hope quit when he's dead, right? So some people are like, this is the price to pay in the hobby. And yes, the price has gone up since we were kids. It's not going to go down. They're not going to go reverse. So it's not a shocker. But I'll use my personal experience for me. I was into several lines, several besides Star Wars, like 4 or 5 like major lines, and I would buy everything, HasLabs, vehicles, on every level. So because of the price increase and because of the quality of the everything going up, I couldn't afford to stay in the game on all levels. I had to reduce it, and even now, even just with Star Wars, I'm having to reduce it just a tad and picking and choosing. Like, I'm not going to get the new Wolf that came out, right? The Commander Wolf on the
with Plo Koon.
Yeah, right. So I have the Wolf, and to me, personally, it's like one of those things. It might be better. Payne has better body on his stuff, but he's in the clone shelf and he is on one pose. I don't like, so I'm not going to buy him, right? So, but I do want that Plo Koon. But at the same time, it's the price increase to get things are making me take a step back. And it's not that I don't understand it. And I understand that the quality has increased tenfold from 10 years ago. And it's like, there's a night and day difference, and I'd rather have these things. But a lot of times, if you look at if I took all my Leia Bosches out, okay, to get the definitive one, I spent $80 to get the definitive Leia Bosch. Okay. And that's where I think the frustrations come in when it comes to the us versus them, us versus the companies, because we're constantly having to buy updated new figures every 2 or 3 years. And at the same time, we're not going deep in the line. We're not getting those background characters. And because that's how, in the 90s, when the Power of the Force 2 came out, when those magazines came out, it was like, these are the next wave of figures. And there's not one Luke. It's all denizens. It's all droid, whatever it is. And so we're spoiled in that aspect. And now I look at my Black Series collection and I go, look, it's great, but there's a lot of main faces in this whole line. There's a lot of Luke's, Leia's, Han's, Mando's,
almost every outfit for
it's
to the point where like you've got Muddy Mando,
my God,
you've got Snowy Mando, you've got Beskar Mando, you have Beskar Mando with removable helmet, you have it's like
so exactly. Budget doesn't go up when costs go up. 100% Fig. Budget doesn't go as far as when cost goes up. So if it makes you pass on more stuff, it makes you double kind of like go to Ross and making people the Ross con, right? A lot of people are
it has been more enjoyable. It has made us go back and toy hunt. It has made us more community driven. Where there's guys, I'm on Tommy's Discord, and there's guys like, hey man, check it out here, check there. This is a link for this, So it's
shout out B-Sum in my Discord, always sharing those order links for
absolutely
sales.
But here's what we need to do. Every now and then, you need to reevaluate your priorities and the things in your collection. And are you going over? Are you just a person that's going to just, I got to buy everything? Because then we're looking at a part of access, and that's your control level on. If it's starting to get too weighed on you, heart heavy, it's okay to take a step back. You don't have to be a completist. And I think that if you can get that balance because it will make us reflect on our collection and say,
yes, it will.
What is really bringing me the most happiness? And Darth, you did the same thing. You looked and said, you know what? This is not really balancing my happiness.
Yeah.
And for you, who was a completionist,
Yeah,
it was able to turn it back around. And now I see the joy from collecting, and it's like a burden is lifted off of you. This is where we have
100%, dude. You're 100% right with that. The burden is lifted, because I'll take GI Joe Classified. I wasn't enjoying it, even though we were getting so much.
Right.
I wasn't getting to the figures. They were piling up. I wasn't because they were coming out, and then all of a sudden I had to switch funds over here. I had to make more money, and it's like, and then all of a sudden everything's deluxe, and then you got vehicle. I'm like, wow, okay. Now, how much expendable income do they think we have? You know what I mean? Or disposable income do they think we have? Even that line alone, not just like you collect multiple. So when I got rid of it and I said, okay, look, I'm just going to do the retro card, whatever. I was like, it was like where I can enjoy the releases and I can live vicariously. I felt like, okay, it's enough for my addiction on that level, on my GI Joe stuff, where I could take a step back and appreciate other aspects of it, because I wasn't enjoying. It was so funny to say I wasn't enjoying the slew of figures that were coming in.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's such a weird thing to say.
And I think it focused on me. Well, I wasn't as huge of a Micro Galaxy collector, yet it was going to Ross, or it was like, Amazon Prime Day deals. And then, of course, it was the injection of Cube Squadron that really got my interest, because there was something to go with it that was outside the norm. And the one thing I look at, and, I've got a huge collection where, I've got all the big 1/12 vehicles. And there's a certain point where it gave you a little anxiety, like, well, where the hell am I putting all this stuff at? And the good thing about Micro Galaxy was, as I'm walking into Ross and there's a ship that's like, like it's somewhere for $30. You walk in, it's $5.99. You instantaneously have, it's got a lot of detail. And the first thing you start thinking about is it's like, wow. There you go. They're hitting it right here.
I know.
They got to give Stu John his credit on that one, man.
Stu John,
out.
Right, thank you, sir.
5 Starlight Digest community memberships. We got Chet Maddox, Howlrunner Base, Matt Logic.
There you go.
Who's that? John K and Fig Fury, and let's see. Oh, Fig Fury. Darth Wizzy Wizard. I love that.
What up, Wizzy? What's going on?
Oh, congratulations. And thank you, Stu John, man. That made
great,
you just made some people's days on that.
Yes.
So we appreciate that. So
but it's changed my whole outlook, and it's fun to track it down. I know Tommy would like hit me up like, hey man, these are a little bit on discount here. And I just, it did give me a sense of a little different. It was something that didn't take up a lot of space. It wasn't taking up a lot of money. It was just fun to hunt down. Yeah. It just energized me again for some strange reason.
I had mentioned a while back, and it depressed myself even thinking about it. But I go, I don't care, because it's like, this is our life. We could do whatever we want. Yeah. But I had to like, in the space of collecting and in the space of hoarding collecting, like you get into, I had to sit there and go, look, man, all the stuff that I have behind me is not mine. It's really not mine. I'm just borrowing it for the time that I'm here, because it's going to be in somebody else's toy room when I'm gone. And that aspect depresses you, but at the same time, it's like, I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it now. I had to take a step back and go, I don't care about that. I'm going to enjoy it now while it lasts. So with that kind of attitude, yes, all these companies, don't get us wrong. Don't get it twisted. Hasbro are not, they're not like Star Wars fans. They want to sell toys. Yeah. They're going to make as many toys as we want. As long as the analytics are there and the price is there, they're going to do it. If they can feel they can get away with a $40 figure, they absolutely will do it.
Yes. Look at case in point. The $35 Black Series ARC Trooper 5s on Hasbro Pulse right now. Yeah. That's a figure that to today's standards should be $27.99.
Yeah.
But they put it down as $34.99. You know why? Because the figure was a Walmart exclusive, sold out just like that, and now the figure goes for $80-$90 on the aftermarket. So the suits went in and said, hey, we could get an even bigger cut, and people will still buy it because it's still half of what it's going for on the aftermarket. So I will say that part of the hobby, that greed does frustrate the hell out of me, because that is a perfect example of, people in the chat know. I'll sit here and I'll rationalize, and I always try to look for the why. I want to know why. There is no why for that specific decision outside of increasing the profit margin. So that for me is frustrating as a collector, especially it being such a highly desirable figure. Fives at being one of the most important characters of the Clone Wars show. Very, very disappointed to see that was $35, and I'm glad that I have one from the first run, because I'm not going to do that. That's no thanks. I'm not going to set that precedent. Now when Big Bad Toy Store does it, I look at it a little bit differently, because they buy it on an auction. So like a lot of times, like if it's an exclusive that came out a couple years ago, they buy it on an auction. They aren't jacking up the prices. At least I don't think. Sometimes I feel like they do, but they aren't jacking up the prices the same. And I also tend to give them a little bit of a benefit of the doubt, because they're a smaller American business.
They're a secondary company.
Yeah, so I'm more willing to give them, like they upcharge their Black Series an extra $1 from what Repulse does, but I still buy all my Black Series through Big Bad Toy Store because I like their business better. When I've had issues with customer service, I will call their customer service. They have a phone number and a human being that you get to speak to. And in the United States, you can speak to them, and you can what is? You'd think it's 1993. Like what? But,
they balance customer service extremely well.
They do.
And like you said, there's it's okay to have a frustration. That's one of those things that we should do every now and then. Look, they have to earn our money.
Yes, they do.
We go out and we fight for it. We earn it ourselves. These companies have to earn it. If you feel like they're not earning it, then that's when we have to make a strong pivot. And sometimes it's a self-realization. Like I said, like Mooch, I've done the same thing this year, where there's certain aspects where I thought, am I doing this just because it's there?
Right.
Or am I enjoying it more? And once you start pulling that back, that joy comes in. And then you have a different appreciation for it. So every now and then, that rationality of thinking that way is good in your collecting overall.
Sure. I mean, look, man, it's also good to reset every once in a while.
Yes.
Like take a look at I told you, Alex. I was like looking at the room. I go, man, I Star Wars is getting buried.
Yep.
I can't let that happen. So I was like, okay, I'm making some changes, and I'm gonna.
And here's the other part too: is like I look at my collection, and I look at what I want, what I need, quote unquote.
Right. Well,
But at the end of the day, like if they're not making what we want, then I'm just not gonna buy it. And I really feel like that's benefited the collecting community as a whole.
Yes.
Has been the honestly, that's been a benefit with the rising costs and all that stuff. Is it really makes you question, am I buying this because I actually want it? You actually have more of that, like, I'm going to take a second and think about it before I just jump all over and just buy. And then next thing I know, I'm hoarding all these things that I don't even care about anymore. Yeah.
No, I have pre-order, because I used to, every wave, I just pre-order the whole wave. Boom. Pre-order everything. And then when it come in, I'm like, oh, I had to put this on the shelf next to the same figure. I really want it. So now when a wave comes up, I'm all right. My insta buys are figures that have never been produced before. That's an insta buy, because that's a brand new face, brand new whatever. The second one is that aspect of, is it that good of an upgrade? Like the Han, Chewie. Yes. So there was some justification there. And then there's like, well, I am okay with not buying, let's just say, like the Dooku, right? I did buy it, but I'm just saying it's okay not, because if it's a Tales of the Jedi, it's a cart, it's the animated porn, or I'll take gaming grades. I'm okay not buying the gaming grades. Like me personally, I don't need the collective, thing, but it's and dude, our collections are living, breathing things, man. They're always going to change. We're always
changing,
selling, buying, and all that stuff.
Always in motion. The future
always, yes.
One thing that he did uptick, and I will give them credit on this, because this is something that we didn't ask for, yet it presented itself very friendly this year for us, is the 2-packs at the convention, the whole dioramas that come with it.
I want to get into
changed in collecting for me. In like I just recently opened up the Bestman pack, and it was like,
so good.
This is such a. It makes you want to rearrange your collection where you have scenes now, and you're like, okay, for the price range, I feel like, to be quite honest with you, I got my money's worth. You know,
Yeah.
Cape Darth Vader with the wire in it. You know, you've got
Yeah,
a new Luke.
yeah.
You've got the Bespin set itself. Mooch is supposed to be over that guy that's been busting his butt over with 3D Moocher's 3D print design. Supposed to be walking on a walkway for me.
I mean,
for
dude,
that, dude.
yeah.
So I'll be able to add on to it. But this is what changed.
Al Runner. What
What's
up?
going on?
Resistance.
Yeah, but
Power.
this is what changed though. You know, is that makes me want to now rearrange my entire collection.
Yeah.
Have scenes out, whether you bought the Mustafar set or you bought the Senator Palpatine or whatever. That helped because it changed my fandom. I felt like I was getting more. The packaging was deluxe, and I was like, okay, this is a happy medium. I feel like I'm getting the most out of this compared to one figure at like $34. Then it feels like, well, something's wrong here on this.
Yeah. And I will say too, the fives being $35, that is not a Hasbro Star Wars team decision. That the deciding of what the MSRP is on these figures is way over the design team and the marketing team's heads. So don't think that it's like Mr. Stevie sitting in his office like I'm gonna charge him 35. No, this is dudes that don't even collect. They don't design the toys. They don't make the toys. They just sit in an office. And they sit in Zoom call meetings all day, and they that's their job is to see what they can get away with. And oftentimes it sucks because the designers that are the face of that brand that show up on these fan streams or these convention panels, they're the ones that end up taking all the complaining.
Okay, so I wanted to kind of transition into the highs and lows of like this year and going on to next year and stuff. And I'll continue what Alex was talking about, the dioramas, right? The Mustafar set we got for San Diego Comic-Con and the Vader Luke diorama set. Now, that's an ultimate high on my level.
Yes.
Okay, the ultimate thing that the Black Series did to me, the best thing they did was those sets, right? Those environmental pieces. Now, my concern, though, here's my concern. As great as it was last year, I went back and said, what did I say last year? Last year was the mini vehicles with the Stap and Darth Maul, speeder, and I was hoping that the continuation of the smaller vehicles, maybe an ATRT, maybe some more, updated land speeder, something where it's like we can get more smaller vehicles and then build off into. We don't need the G.I. Joe level of vehicles. I get that. But there is certain points of the smaller vehicles where I thought I thought 2025 gets a year of small vehicles. Nope, not doing that. So what they are doing is they went to the dioramas, right? And we all fist pumped just like we did with the smaller vehicles. We fist pumped. I hope. Are we going to see a change again next year? Is 2026 going to be like we're not going to see any more dioramas, even though everybody would buy them so hard? It's just like they're going to switch gears on something else, or you know what I mean?
Well, things are in motion and like 2 years ahead of time. Like these decisions have already been made.
Very true. Yeah.
I do think though the one thing that is, like I said, we had the Black Series Most Wanted. Maybe we should have something like that for the vehicles or dioramas. Yeah. Because at times, look, that's such a part of fandom that I think people are more vocal about getting figures. Yeah. But when it comes to vehicles, I don't know if there's been a platform and they're able to hear that collective, we want these vehicles, we want these dioramas. And I think that's because it seems like they're tapping into that fairly new now. But I think it's to fandom to put that out to them.
The confidence in Star Wars has and needed to increase. I get that. The confidence in the IP itself and the amount of content needs to be that powerful for the support products, the clothing, the everything from, like I said, from going to Disney, Star Wars Bot 2 to toys to everything else. That's the support material for the Star Wars. So that has to go into epic value again.
Right.
And I think like I said, dude, like the G.I. Joe vehicles are so fun to play with and maneuver, and you make room for it. Okay. But I know Star Wars vehicles are 10 times big. I know that. I said, but you don't have to do them all, but the diorama thing seemed to be a very happy medium where you can maybe get a Millennium Falcon cockpit big, to put all 4 characters in and be, something huge that's a centerpiece. It doesn't have to be the Millennium Falcon.
Right.
You know what I mean? It just, and the cantina set, it could be a partition of it.
Yeah.
There's the carbon freezing chamber partition. There are aspects where I was like, okay, it's a great start with the diorama pieces that we got this year. Am I going to be seeing the same thing next year, or am I going to be seeing something like, oh, the 2-packs are the big thing next year?
Yeah, I will say that's been a highlight for me this year, has been the love for the prequel trilogy and the Clone Wars era. That has been a huge huge highlight for me this year. Obviously, there was the Revenge of the Sith anniversary played a huge part in that.
Yeah,
but beyond that, I mean, we got like Jedi from Attack of the Clones, like Shakti, Luminara, Barasofi. We got characters from Clone Wars that have been highly requested, like Savage Opress, the Jedi Temple Guard. What's another one that came out this year? The new Anakin and Obi-Wan, the single pack versions. Like, so many figures came out this year that people, and Phase 1 Captain Rex from Ahsoka came out this year. Like, that is another one that people have just been clamoring for. I've been really, really enjoying seeing lots of new, and Commander Cody from Revenge of the Sith. That's another one that people have been wanting. Articulation has just gotten so good on these figures. And we lost. Now it's down to 2. I told you that check didn't clear. I told you guys.
It was a time thing. Look, we are over an hour and a half, and he's like, dude, I can't. I know he'll be right back.
That's been awesome, and I know that it's been pretty light on original trilogy this year, but I think that the beats that they did hit on original trilogy this year, updating Leia, Luke, Han, Chewie, that was huge.
At first
for original
glance,
trilogy.
It's twofold for me on that. I felt those updates were epic. Second, it's an opportunity for people to get into the collecting brand new also. With the Fab Five kind of deal, right? It's like there's an opportunity of getting almost like a definitive Black Series Han, Luke, Leia, and we're waiting on the Obi-Wan to come out, and I think that was a key aspect. I think that should always be available, or
evergreen
like
characters, characters.
Damn it, Steve, R.I.P. Alex, no. Exactly. Stu John, the Mustafar investment sets are 2 of my favorite things, if not 2 favorite things from the Black Series in general. They're look amazing. At those and I'm like, okay, out of the entire 12-year run, 15-year run, whatever it's been, that's the peak. That's peak Black Series so far. Better than any vehicle, better than anything that they've done. Knowing that it's such a great sentiment, that's where they should be doubling down on. That's the stuff that should be going where it's not, don't wait another 3-4 years before they drop one. And because my fear is like they're going to start with these double packs, these 2-packs, it could be, even if it's a name character, 2 name characters or whatever. You're getting into that deluxe territory where now I'm dropping $50 or $60 on 2 that I have to buy those 2. And now you're forcing me to buy. And so it can get a little, hairy on that end of it. So I'm hoping that they strike a balance, but even if it's 1 diorama, 1 mini vehicle, and then whatever, I don't, a cadence that's working. Now, with that said, I think we're all in agreement. Like I said, those are making and breaking some collections, and also they stand alone too. So if you never collected in your life, but you wanted a centerpiece, it's like, boom, I can get this Mustafar set or
very
whatever,
definitive like, kind of one-off,
dude. And there's room for it, To me, this is a high and the lat is a high and a low, and I'll tell you what the difference is. The HasLab lat for the Vintage Collection was an extremely high point for the collecting community.
Yeah,
an extreme low point for Hasbro, because it was the collecting community who sold that lat, who sold that campaign.
Don't even get me started, dude.
I'm just saying, I got to bring it up because it was the collecting community who got together and made that campaign happen. Hasbro came because right off the bat, it was the choice before you even saw price. It was it was already in conflict right off the bat, from the lat to a sans, whatever it was.
You better buckle up if we're talking Republic Gunship, man. I got some thoughts. It's been some time.
We got time. That's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for, dude. Like I said, it's a high and low, right? It's a high for the community, and to me, it's a low for Hasbro, because if they repeat that, I think they're not going to have another successful HasLab in general.
I agree.
If they just depend on the community, where the community is going to get frustrated and be like, I can't do the job for you all the time.
Yeah.
Like we can't be here all the time doing lat hats and running campaign, doing 6-hour live streams and campaigning to the 0 hour. It just can't be dependent on the community to do it all. We're going to do our part as much as we can, but it's going to get to the point where it's like, you're taking us for granted now. That's why I feel it was a very low point for Hasbro's year, even though they're benefiting if they're going to get the money from it. Yeah. But to me, to see the community come together as like almost like they owned it was a highlight for me.
But
yeah,
I mean, I think they do that all the time, though, man. Mm-hmm. I think they depend on us to push things through, because it is a level of almost like a.
You need to ban him. I'm gonna crash out on stream. That is some of the dumbass things that were being said by content creators about that Republic gunship. Of course it's hollow. What are you talking about? It's a troop carrier. What? Okay, I need to.
Yeah.
I'm leaving, guys.
They depended on us to actually make it happen. And I think, and we were talking about this in our private chat on that, if they can get us to do something for free, and their advertising departments don't have to get into it in the situation, they're going to do that. That's
sure.
What they are. They're going to try to get more out of fandom than fandom gets back from them. And it's to us to actually regulate that a little bit more. Again, we saw the diversity between, or divisiveness between the people that wanted to ship and did not want to ship. Yeah. And yet they were very cool to sit there and allow that to happen.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to control the narrative.
They rested on their laurels.
It's the same way the Tron fiasco happened. Yeah. It's like they were okay with letting this work itself out. Sometimes as fans, we've got to look at that and say, like, you know what? Look, it switched to the made-to-order model. Yeah. Remove yourself from some of these HasLabs. Let's switch to, if you want it, this is what we're gonna make it for. Yeah. So, and that way we don't have divisiveness that's going back and forth between casual collectors, hardcore collectors, and just people that pop in every now and then. They've got to watch that, because this is what's driving the main force. But you know what didn't do that? The made-to-order models.
Right.
Yep.
Don't want it. Don't buy it. Don't worry about it.
Dude, I've so much to say on this topic, and you open up a can of worms. Is what you did. Man, like what you did. Damn it. No, it's with this Republic gunship. I do know that for the way Hasbro views made-to-order, it's a lot more tough on the team to tell Big Corpo, John Paul Hasbro, that, hey, we're going to do this, you should invest in this made-to-order versus this HasLab, because I've been told that if a made-to-order fails, they're just going to never do another made-to-order for that action figure line. That's how Hasbro views it. I know we as consumers disagree, but unfortunately John Paul Hasbro thinks that he knows best. So,
but made to order is not a failure, because it's like,
well, if they don't meet a certain number of units, then they lose money, because they still have to make it at their, and it doesn't meet their bottom line.
In our eyes, it's a success.
Why. Right. So, but with the Republic gunship, I have to start off by just giving such big props to Mr. Stevie for single-handedly being the only person at Hasbro that was plugging that Republic gunship. He was plugging it like probably 3 times as much on his personal social media than the Hasbro accounts. It was like, wasn't it like the official Star Wars page posted about it like 12 hours before the campaign ended? That post what? That doesn't do anything. But you guys should have posted that. It's Star Wars. You should have posted it day 1. Like minute 1 you should have posted about it. But like when I did my Back the Lat marathon, that 6-hour live stream, shout out SWTVC, and all the other guys that were in on that. It was, I remember Mr. Stevie, the next morning, he shared my live stream on his Instagram. He commented on the YouTube. He commented on the Instagram post. He shared it everywhere. And then he even DM'd me thanking me for having he was like, thank you for your passion and enthusiasm behind this project. That's a dude that's genuinely passionate about Star Wars and about 375, and like I will never. I may question his decisions on what he chooses to make, like the Tron HasLab.
Well, like I said,
but
he
I will never question his passion and enthusiasm for toys and for that scale. So and shout out Chris Reif, the designer of the Republic Gunship HasLab. Yes. Oh man, the detail! I can't wait to get those suckers in hand. Yeah. But yeah, man, overall, this is where I'll put a pin in it for now. Is the Republic Gunship was just drove me nuts because it reminded me a lot of the Rancor. And I'm glad that in a way this HasLab was kind of like my redemption for what happened to the Rancor, because I remember we had just started on 1313 podcast when the Rancor HasLab was going on, and it was a lot of the same issues echoed from the community that I was seeing with the Republic Gunship. And I remember we had like a legendary like meltdown on a 1313 episode about the people that were hoping it would fail. We were so fired up, and I remember something. I think I had to get my car fixed, like, and it cost like almost $2,000. So I had to back out. I had to unback it, and it ended up failing. And my Jacob and Jackson and I were heartbroken. Now fast forward to this year. I was like, this, Stu John, this is Tommy's Ben Solo moment. It was like, this is my moment to like really take the bull by the horns and just do my best to make this happen.
You switched picket lines. You went from Black Series to TVC.
I did.
It wasn't like you were a TVC collector.
Yeah, I wasn't. You know I literally wasn't. This was my dream HasLab. It really was. And that's what, again, it's like, that is a low for me of this year for collecting. Yeah. Not so much a product thing, but more the community aspect of things is when we get on live shows are the all the hubbub right now. Everybody has a live show. Everybody has a thing that they do. I get really frustrated when people who know absolutely nothing about designing toys or selling toys or the process of how they're made or how they're designed, they'll get on their little show and they'll tell all up and down till they're blue in the face about how this product sucks and you shouldn't get it and it should be this and the price should be this and it should look like this. You don't know anything about the product. Of course, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but there is such a thing as a stupid ass opinion at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yes, 100%.
It's that for me, as I will say, is a low. Is I think people need to be a little smarter and maybe think for half a second before they start talking out their ass, because whether you like it or not, we are influencing people who watch our shows, because most people who watch our shows, believe it or not, are not psychos like we are and obsessed with the stuff. A lot of people are casual collectors. A lot of people don't know all the ins and outs of how the business works and all that stuff. So they're going to take what we say seriously and not just with a grain of salt, whether we want to believe that or not. So I will say, in general, I think something I would love to see improve in 2026 and beyond is like telling people you shouldn't get this, and your reasoning being you're just talking out of your ass. And James Morrow is absolutely correct. Yes, and what does Nick Fury say in Avengers? But recognizing it's a stupid ass opinion.
Tommy, you're absolutely right. There has been 2024, 2025 was the rise of YouTube buffoons. And they've been taking over and they've been running their mouths and they've been really kind of kicking fandom in their proverbial nuts all over the place. And it seems like they take joy out of kicking your joy out of you. And this is why, there's such a diversity, because they know that works. Those clicks, I can be as negative as I want to be, and those likes are coming in because people are rage watching that.
Rage watching. That's the other part. Because it's not just people that agree with you watching. If you act in a certain inflammatory way and you advertise it in a certain inflammatory way, you're also going to boost your numbers, because then people are going to hate watch your content as well.
And that's what the unwillingness, look, we want to sit there. We want you to enjoy the point. We want you to feel included. There's a level of that. We have to get out of the point where it's like, the next shocking statement is the thing that we gravitate to. And it's like, that's my guy, and you're thinking on this level where it's like, you're being told what to do. That's not what we're here for. No, we're here to give you our opinion. Hopefully it's something that sounds logical in every kind of way. And yet also we want you to contribute and feel like you're being heard. That's why we read the chats. That's why we get on the
Right.
Discords. That's why we
Right.
get on the Instagrams, because we care about. We do this for you,
Yeah.
Yes.
not so much for us. We want to make sure it's back, and I don't think that that's sown a lot. You know,
Look,
Right.
all of us here had our opinions from launch on the lab.
yes,
Oh yeah.
But we never did an anti-campaign against it.
true.
It was like, here's my opinion on it, but I'm supporting, meaning I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to showcase it. We're going to do streams about like what the features are and the price, and we're going to watch everything. To me, like I said, it was a very, something was like, I just can't, I'm not going to justify it in my collection.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit there and deliberately do an anti-campaign.
I'll say it, and I've had so many conversations. Shelf Life and I have had opposite opinions about the Republic gunship since day one.
Yeah.
And we talk about it we even talk about it today here and there. But like, there's a difference between saying, I mean, I won't lie. I got sticker shock when I saw that it was $450 too. I was fully expecting $350, and then I saw $450, and I went, "Wow, whoa!"
Yeah.
But I wanted it enough that I still backed it, and I backed the 7 Deadly Labs. It's I look at it this way: is there's a difference between. It's all about how you word things, and I guess it takes a certain level of self-awareness to do something like that, and a certain level of maturity to recognize like there's a difference between saying, yeah, that's too expensive for me. I'm out. I'm not gonna. That's it. The price is an issue for me. I'm out. And then saying, well, it should be $350.
Right.
Why? On what basis are you saying that it should be $100 less? You don't know how much it costs to get. I mean, it's not cheap. I keep hearing from Hasbro. I watch all these Hasbro interviews they've been doing recently, and they keep saying paint is the most expensive part of the process these days. And the more paint apps you have, that gunship has a dark wash. That's not cheap. That gunship has all kinds of individual parts that have to all be painted. All those nose arts have to be painted. And it's I'm not saying that, again, I got sticker shock just as much as everybody else when it first got revealed with the price there. But I will say that it's frustrating to watch, because then we are influencing collectors. You get on there and you say it should be $350. I'm not buying it. And it's like you have no basis or knowledge behind that statement. Yeah, the cost, as opposed to just saying, like, again, it's like, yeah, I wouldn't buy this action figure for $27.99. I'll wait for a sale. That's fine. Yeah. Like, there's nothing wrong. That's your opinion. That's your take. But to say, oh, this figure is, objectively too expensive, I'm the blah, blah, blah. It's like, that's where I tap out. Yeah.
I think you're absolutely right. And I think also there's a difference where, look, I personally didn't purchase it, and I know Mooch didn't. But also in the same way, we knew you wanted it. We knew there were fans out there. So I'm saying, like, look, man, hey, I'm not in it, but I want you to want it.
Yes. I want people to get what they want. Yeah.
Don't fight me on the aspect of that. I don't want it, so I don't want anyone else to want it. That's where, again, it's like these YouTube buffoons. They get on and run their mouths and come up with asinine scenarios. This is what it comes down to. But you should want someone else's happiness. Yeah, as a human being, it's the general emotion of seeing someone else extremely happy to get something that should send you joy. If it's not, look into yourself, because there's a problem with you as a human being.
It clicks, dude. The clicks.
Yeah,
they want the clicks.
Checking in, finding stuff on Etsy like Dharma pieces, like Hasbro's making the mostly way overpriced. Makes me think Hasbro price is right. Me being in the 3D printing realm, I understand filament costs. When I don't know if you guys saw my throne room, and I tell people how much it costs me to print that at that time, filaments got a lot cheaper. People lose their, oh, whoa, dude, that's
just printing. That's not just, if it needs sanded, if it needs glued together, if it needs painted, if it needs weathered, all that's labor.
And that's not my 3 months of designing it too. So you know what I mean? And there is a sticker shock, but I think a lot of people get over the sticker shock. What was even more divisive is, like I said, and I look at Alex and I's generation going like, look, guys, there's room for everything. Is that, people are saying like the old heads are hating it because it's a lab. No. The old heads I'm like, and that's why I was fighting my own generation with that, because they wanted a stand crawler, whatever. And I'm like, come on, dude. Like, it doesn't mean that just because this is getting produced that the sand crawler will never get produced. You know what I mean?
Or that it got picked over the sand crawler. That's the other thing. It's like, exactly. Maybe it wasn't even on the table.
Yeah, and
we don't know. We're speculating about unknowns and then making these grandiose claims about things we don't even know.
Also, as the only person on this cast, and also in a lot of places that stood right next to it, saw it at San Diego Comic-Con. What did I tell you? This thing is huge.
Yeah,
this thing is bigger than his tank. It is huge. No way, shape, or form was this like, okay, wait a minute, it's half the size. The minute they put that out on display, and myself and Chet were sitting right there at the Hasbro booth when he did it, and I sat there and said, holy goodness, this thing is huge. In fact, it's so damn huge, I don't know how people are putting this on. It makes 100% the Mandalorian vehicle look like nothing.
Yeah.
This thing is huge, man.
Yeah.
It's going to hold all these troops. It's going to hold all these characters. It's going to be massive in your collection. Yet, a lot of people are like, it should be $350. The minute I saw that damn thing, I said, there's no way this could be $350. Because just in plastic alone, this thing is huge.
Yeah.
Look, there's always like it's such a funny thing how we have to justify. We always have to justify our purchases and everything, right?
I knew that was I knew, that's my Christmas present to you, bro.
That's crazy, Blind. That's crazy.
And yes, Commander Blythe, thank you. Now you can just thank me later in the year. Clip that. Everywhere you go, put it as your
highlight of the year.
Best comment of the year.
There you go. Got it. Glad to make you guys happy.
That's fantastic.
That's our job.
Oh, dude.
Pitt, thank you guys for the comments on the 3D printing lab and the stand.
It
means so much to me. And hey, you know what? Let me know what you guys want for the Battle Geonosis. Maybe I could put something together. Whatever Hasbro. That's the whole thing about the Chet knows this.
Yeah.
What Hasbro won't do, third party will. You know what I mean? Eventually, the third party will develop a Rancor. If they don't get revived the Rancor, if they're never gonna do it, eventually a third party is gonna do it. And hey, man,
my best spin walkway.
Best
spin walkway that just been like, Enterprise D. Lego did that.
Yeah, they did.
They did. So don't worry, they'll make it.
I'll put it on my list.
If you can add it to it, just not asking for a lot, brother. Just that with beacon lights and everything else. If you could do that.
You know, like I said, I think my fear is with the lat experience. You know, like I said, why it's high and low is the fact that if the next HasLab that they come out with, the vintage collection, whatever it is, and if they rest on the laurels and they expect the community to do it, there's going to be a point where the community is like, I'm not doing it.
Right.
I will purchase, I'll back or whatever, but I'm not going to do the 6-hour live streams. I'm not going to do that, and it's going to be forced. They're going to be like, well, geez, the community didn't even want this one. You know what I mean? And then in that way, you know, we're so like gun shock on Hasbro because if something doesn't work, they run away.
Yeah,
We've seen it happen.
Turn tail and run.
They just will never revisit it again. That was the failure. It's like they won't look at. They're like, the community didn't want it. Say no, the community didn't want at that moment what you guys were offering, like the Rancor. If the Rancor was a base thing, I think it would have passed. Again, but revive the Rancor. Let's test it out. A made to order Rancor would be the test.
Well, here's the thing. Don't get upset with fandom when you half-ass present it, though.
There we go. That's part of it too.
The thing of it is that
your community told you too. It wasn't
it's like if I let's just take out of it American restaurant. I don't want to actually run an actual restaurant name, but it's like you put slop in front of me. You want me to pay $13.99 for it? Like that's not going to work itself out. So my actions to you is that if you present something well, and you put it out there, because those tiers were crap. And it's not the first failed HasLab campaign. And every time they do this, they want to go running back and say, it's fandom problem. No. You did not present it well. You did not advertise it well. And you did not make those tiers worth it. Do not blame us because the people back. And you know how we know they don't blame us? How many of those people are still at Hasbro? Okay. So they make changes because of the fact that you can't blame fandom for things that you're unwilling to do. But when you put a campaign that's fantastic, what does fandom do? They jump over themselves to purchase it. So it's not us. Great. Don't blame the customer.
The community is great letting, just like we're great at letting Hasbro what we don't like.
Damn
we're
right,
great at
yeah.
letting you know what we do like.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's been multiple figures that have pre-sold out this year, like the Black
Yes.
Series,
Yeah.
Series Stranger pre-sold out. The Luke Invader pre-sold out.
Sold out,
Anakin
yeah.
and Obi-Wan sold out in
Yeah.
like 60 seconds, gone.
If you
Like
put that out
that
again,
kind of stuff.
you put out another 5,000 units of the Mustafar set, it'll sell out.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So there are, like I said, the community lets you know when there's the right way of doing or what they're excited for, and
Yeah.
we're actually good at letting you know what we're not excited for.
I can also tell
Exactly.
you this. There everyone in chat know this. There will not be a second run of the Anakin and Obi-Wan set. They're done.
Yeah.
So if you can find one, go get one because it's only going to go up in price. So get one while the prices are lower now.
Yeah.
You know, or if you can find a deal on one. But yeah,
And
don't hold out because Hasbro is not reprinting that set.
This top reissues.
The reissues were great. They did Asajj Ventress. They did the old Clone Commander Obi-Wan, which super old figure, but that's a hard one to find. They did some other reissues this year, like Commander Fox, Commander Wolf even got a reissue. Just some good choices. Hard to get figures that were very expensive on the aftermarket, have been out for a while. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and that's combating the aftermarket. I'm all about it, and I thought that's what the archive series is supposed to do is twofold: is bringing people back in the fold of collecting and bring it in combating those third-party eBay sellers.
I also wanted to mooch if we could touch on the Vales toy store thing real quick. I've seen it brought up a couple times.
Sorry, my internet sucks.
No, you're back now.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you care if we talk about the Vales thing real quick?
No, go for it.
So the Vales toy store, I've seen Stone Mando mention it. I think I saw Raul mention it in chat as well. There's been the whole thing with knockoffs too, and this does also play into like rising costs and stuff. Those knockoff figures, when those came out a few years ago, people liked them because they were less expensive than a Hasbro figure. At the time, Hasbro had just hit $24.99. Here's Vale's Toy Store coming out doing all these KO clone troopers for $5 less. And they're doing all these, they were doing made up clone troopers, like ones that Hasbro would never ever do. And they were doing different legions, and then they were doing them. People kind of got fatigued with them once they started just making up legions and making up designs. They kind of got tired of it. Then now over time though, that price kept creeping up. Now Vale's Toys knockoffs are more expensive than a regular Hasbro figure. So that, and they just did their ATRT, which Hasbro hasn't done. So again, putting Hasbro in a tough spot there. People see that 501st ATRT. And I'm like, that's interesting because that was $130 all said and done for the figure and the ATRT, and people coughed that up, boom, like that, because Hasbro isn't doing it. So I'm I think that's also, I think the knockoff market has also pushed them, specifically the Star Wars team, to kind of reevaluate. Okay, what are we doing here? We gotta maybe pivot a little bit.
I think that's, you take Stan Solo as a example too. He was doing retro stuff and continuing the retro line where
and making new figures and new characters,
retro stuff, and now Hasbro has switched gears and making new figures of retro.
But that's what it needs to happen, though.
Yes,
I think the KO market does help as much as you're the IP holder. You probably don't want that, but it's gonna make you take notice whether you do hold the IP. You don't want to have somebody else make something that's actually superior than the product that you're making. So it's going to force you. And if they do their jobs right, you overwhelm the KO with so many good products coming out that they're like, I can't make money off of this because they're killing it. I think it helps. Competition in any level of it helps overall. And I think we've seen that. And I know in the Transformer collection.
Oh, the Transformer,
KO
yes,
stuff that just,
and they're good.
Oh my God. So, I think it does help. And I think those guys do push to make the guys over there. Because look, sometimes the IP owners sit on their loins. Hey, we're the best at it. We're great, and we can take our foot off the gas.
Well, especially
Nah,
like
they don't
Star
do that.
Wars, Hasbro is
Yeah.
the only company in the United States that's allowed to do action
Exactly.
figures. So
Yeah,
they can
they-
also afford to kind of sit on their
Sit
ass
on
a
their
little
loins.
Well,
bit.
they dictate what our collections look like. Of like all in the past. So again,
Yeah.
you know, coming from the aspect of like I said, when the Power of the Force 2, a lot of people remember those times, and a lot of people remember those experiences where it's like, look, we are going to get everything. Everything is on the table and stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's like I said, I look at my shelves and it's like, man, I see a lot of Mando helmets. I see a lot of Leia boat. I see a lot of same characters. It just doesn't look like the alien world that I grew up with. You know what I mean? It just really doesn't. That there's a lack of aliens, there's a lack of droids still to this day. And the KOs will come out and they will start. I'm just using characters as an example, but vehicles is a major thing. We haven't seen a vehicles in over a year since the Stap and the Sith Lord or the Darth Maul Sith Speeder. And I was thinking, like, are we ever going to see any more of that? Even if it's an updated land speeder or whatever, whatever they can.
Yeah.
There's plenty of small vehicles they can do.
They did kind of knock out certain things when Tommy and I were on they did some deep dives, and I like the way, like we were talking about, is like, the Gamerverse and so many things. Look, I'm a huge comic book fan. I have always been, and when I saw the Scar Squadron, it was the one
Nicholas H. Thank you,
sir. Thank you, appreciate coming in.
Yep.
That sent me to a whole different area because now I can pair my comic books on my shelf, along with those characters. So. It makes them do deep dives. I do think there's a way for it, and it kind of like pushes us, like you're saying, like we were all talking about, like I said again, the just seeing all these new characters that we do want. It gives them, opens them up time to actually go down these deep lores. Because as much as I'm not into heavily the gamer verse levels of this stuff, but there are people out there that's my Star Wars, that's my character. So. I think we are seeing the balance change on their deep dives in certain ways.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the hope, right? That's the thing. It's like it's a razor thin line to where if one deep dive doesn't do good, that's it. The whole thing is fire.
Abandoned ship.
Abandoned ship. We're not going to ever do another background character ever because this one wasn't either packaged well or meaning they packaged it as a hostage pack or whatever the case may be, because there's always I have to go back and I have to blame the sequels on the whole retraction of Star Wars toys and everything. They did way too many too fast, and it just didn't work. People weren't buying, and we were mad at Star Wars at that time. And so I think they still have that bad taste in their mouth, even though this is probably the third Star Wars team of Hasbro that we're seeing, right? That's been the cycled team. And, there's got to be a point, though, where they trust the process and maybe go for long-term profits, too, and not just those short and sweet and test the waters on something like I give Mr. Stevie all the credit in the world about testing the waters. He tested the waters in 82 Tron, and he even came out and said, "Hey, look, I tried." And I'm like, you know something? I like that because it was your time as your effort, and it was the prototypes and stuff. But you know what? You're right. You tried. You never know. I'm in the business of that too. I have my 3D print. I don't know what I can like something. I tend to like design something I like, but sometimes what I like doesn't even sell. It's something that I just was like, hey, maybe this is a generic thing. And that sold more things than ever. So testing the waters is great. And, as what's great about today's day and age, like I said, we're going back when we first started collecting years and years and years ago, we didn't have these outlets. We just kind of had the we just kind of bought, put on the shelf, and then met in person and did things. Now we can psychoanalyze everything. Right. And sometimes to our detriment, sometimes, but also like when Tommy's like, sometimes we're talking ourselves into it. Also, give this a chance. Give this I can see it this way. I can see it. And I do think the success of the gaming grades or even the holiday figures and stuff like that have to do a lot with people talking about it and discussing future plans on it and everything like that.
And I think it does work itself out too. Again, it's like while we're saying we're in a new media age of people talking about it, how many of the shows like we've done right here that has helped that? that now you get
Yes,
an
it has.
instantaneous voice now instead of like we're all meeting up or text chain or something. They jump on and we're instantaneously now pushing discussion further and further. So there's pluses and minuses because back in the day, I remember you go to Toys R Us, you buy something, you see your friend maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, and then you guys are talking about it. Now it's an instantaneous talk now.
Yeah. Hasbro should do a product questionnaires with 2 questions. Would you buy this? And 2, do you have a job?
Yeah. But you know what? Just as a humor on that, I do think though, getting having the product testing rooms, maybe Hasbro starts picking that back up and running the cycle, because that Tron thing, if they would have had an actual development room and they would have gotten some outside individuals, I do think that sometimes they put themselves in, like there's a corporate head that's like, hey, Tron's out, the brand new movie, we need to have something for Tron. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
And having a mandate instead of like they used to have focus groups and guys would sit there and be like, yeah, no, that's not going to be a good idea. And I think that would, because you're getting it directly, because look, now, like we said, you have this fandom, but you have fandom of live streams and people conversating, and you have so many professionals and non-professionals and everyone else involved. That would kind of help it out a little bit more, and you would get a different balance from stuff.
Stu John, this is it right here. Wrong scale, too expensive, lame vehicles. I'm not being mean, but HasLab left me scratching my head. Yeah, it was like, but the problem was that they put it out and then got the feedback with some sort of understudy, some sort of
Well, if you're gonna do 375 and you've got all these legacy
you don't latch with $270.
Why would you? Yeah,
dude?
no,
Like,
I'm just saying, like you have so many iconic characters and brands. And you take the most obscure brand to do it because that was a mandate. Let's do this. Let's do a background with a cardboard backing and then light and ground. It's like, come on.
Is 375 dead?
Yeah. What was that?
Is it dead?
No.
Oh, I think that if they do this again, it's going to be a legacy brand like G.I. Joe or something.
Okay. Because the whole thing was it was supposed to be like this whole campaign launching a line, or I don't know if Vintage Collection fit into it, or
it's almost like an initiative outside of TVC.
Exactly.
It's like its own. So it's going to be a multi IP kind of. Honestly,
like
it
Super
might.
Sevens was.
I mean, with Mr. Stevie at the head, it might be only HasLabs. They just have to. I think that again, though, this is another HasLab where the biggest issue was the lack of marketing. I didn't see it anywhere other than Mr. Stevie talking about it. I didn't see it anywhere.
But that movie came out and destroyed all of his momentum. Like they pushed the line out, and they had a movie that just tanked like no tomorrow. And at that point, it's like, okay, it's going down with the anchor. You're not gonna revise that. But again, focus group would have been the build up. Hey, would you buy in HasLab focused on Tron when it's closer to the movie? Most people would have told them, like, no. If they would have gotten like Tommy's demographic in that age category, most people be like, I don't even remember that damn movie. It's like they would.
I saw Tron Legacy.
Made it.
I saw Legacy in theaters.
Like I said, like I am a perfect. Scott and I are probably like the perfect examples of a Tron fandom, because Tron is in my top 10 movies of all time. Talking like the original 82 Tron. I thought it was smart, innovative at the time. As a kid, I absolutely loved it. It's a very well underrated movie. You know what I mean? As far as like the story goes and everything. But that set spoke nothing to me. Like that HasLab, and that should have been and that's exactly what it probably was like, oh, this is the dude that probably would buy it. And I was like, I didn't even flinch. Like I was like,
but also, what was that actually? Think about something too, because the demographic was, let's sell this to the adult brand,
right?
The adult market, and that's where it's like, okay, so you're pushing on guys that are above a certain age category to come and save this, Yeah,
you're right. Commander Blythe Scott walked into the back of her just for Tron trash talk. Yeah,
but maybe at
Tron
this
is Gen
point,
X, absolutely.
Yeah, maybe it's one of those things where it changes. And they start thinking about this, because again, when you have like egg on your face that badly, you've got to sit down and go from a whole team point of how do we make this. We've got now this 375. What do we need to do? And I do think they will come. The next time we see a 375 thrown out, it would be one of the most well thought out campaigns that they could possibly do to guarantee a win.
Yeah, I think it should just be figures individually, figures with a 375 logo. You gotta start somewhere, dude. And like I said, like what James Morrill said, dude. What got me was the $280 gateway into that line. It just was like I didn't even like. I looked at it and I didn't even look. I didn't even follow the HasLab. I didn't do anything. I was just like, that is something that no, thank you.
If you really want to. Go ahead.
I'm gonna give you my word, like Scully. Like, dude, they had a cardboard background.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, Skelly has me cracking up every Wednesday, man. He's got me. You put up a figure that he has an opinion on, and you're gonna hear that opinion.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tommy.
I think maybe the model for this 375 initiative going forward should be adjusted to fan channel, because obviously you're not marketing to the mass audience. This is clearly a collector focused initiative. I think we should market a wave of figures and maybe some sort of small vehicle or multi-pack or something to go with it, and say, hey, here's the wave. We're giving it to just Hasbro Pulse, maybe. Here's Pulse, and and then you, after those get revealed, or with them even, then you go and here's this HasLab that all your figures can interact with, that you're getting separately, and then we do away with the tiers and all the BS on the HasLab part of it.
Yes.
So then if people just want to get the figures, they can just buy the figures, or they can get the figures and then also choose to support, or even just a made to order project, like a larger piece, maybe a play set, maybe a giant vehicle, maybe whatever that IP has to offer. I think that'd be a good way to go.
I also think that there was no information on this at all. It was like it's like putting it out there and just like saying nothing else about it, meaning the 375, okay, not the Tron, the thing, but the whole thing about, hey, there's this new wage, there's this new attitude, or this new campaign that we're doing 375, and you know what, it's going to encompass these IPs that we have, plus more that we're bringing in, and our plan going forward. It's just like Cube Squadron. I'm going to give you, here's 7 cubes I'm doing, but you're only going to see 5, and you're going to see the process on a few of them. But then the overall, you don't know the overall, but it just gets you in that door. And I think there should have been a live stream dedicated to 375. And then saying, hey, we're going to start with Tron being this, but you know what? We want to do, I understand the less is more attitude. I'm all about the less is more, but sometimes when people don't understand it, when I'm sitting there going, I don't understand what this I understand what 375 is, but I don't understand the new branding, the new what's going to encompass. Is it going to something that I'm going to shape my collection out of? And that's important. To more is more sometimes, and you give a little bit information on plans, what you want to do, and why we're starting with this. And so it's just that it's just like any HasLab they do. They throw it out there, they give an infomercial, and they just let it go for 40 days. And then people panic last moment. And then every HasLab in the past 2 years has been stressful. It's been like
well, not everyone, because it's Tron wasn't stressful to anybody.
Well, no, there's some that it's like
only executives.
yeah. Dude. But I mean, it's just been like I've been like stress updating every time.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Only went up 10 today.
The Republic gunship, man, that was such such a slog, man. I mean, but I will say the community aspect of that is really what was my favorite part of that.
Yeah, and that's why I say it's the high. That's honestly that was the great thing about it. But again, we can't be tasked to do that every time. We really can't. No,
definitely not. Like you won't see me campaigning this hard for whatever the next TVC HasLab is.
Look, man, I said it earlier was like Hasbro, the company that owns our IP, because we're Star Wars fans. Okay. I'm not a Hasbro fan. I'm a Star Wars fan. I don't care who's making the Star Wars toy. I'm going to buy it. I'd say the loyalty doesn't go like I only buy Hasbro. I'm only buying Hasbro because they have the Star Wars IP.
Here's one thing. I don't know if anybody else, because again, I know we do things on our channel a little differently.
Sure. Yeah.
But McFarlane had a campaign this year, and it was for the Batmobile, the Dawn of Justice one. But he had it where you could buy the base model, then you could buy a different model where it was like
$80,
and then you could. but he kept breaking up the balances on that. And if you didn't buy the, let's say you didn't buy the higher tier, You still were able to get the basic tier. And I think he did a very responsible and immediate way of getting it. I think if they did 375, like, okay, here's the characters, right? Okay, now you can buy the light cycles. Now you can buy this. Now you don't have to buy the light cycles to buy the figures.
Yeah, man.
And if you want this display stand, and then I think that, you know, by that it's a successful campaign, and you can pick and choose, or you can get it all. And I think if they take that influence in, I think it would help them in these kind of campaigns a little bit more.
Yeah, hands down. It's so funny because, like, just talking about it gives a little bit of a solution, a little of a game plan. You know what I mean? Because, like, common sense on any kind of business, man, we're all, you know, have some business sense in us, and I think that's like where you take an approach and you brainstorm on it and you go, okay, well, that didn't work. This worked. I see other companies do it. Oh, we can't. What? There's a rule that because they're doing it, you couldn't reshape it in your own vision and do it something, you know, that's taboo in that market. I don't know. I don't know what they think, or they just don't have their ears to the ground altogether. You know what I mean? And that's what makes us question. And that's why you get some of the hostility and some negative live streams and all that stuff towards companies.
That's
like
that's a huge highlight for this year for me, has been the open communication with Jazzwares, and they do their interviews. Their team does interviews on the Micro Galaxy podcast. The Hasbro team has gotten way more intimate with the community this year, and I am really, really thankful that there's just that open line of communication like that. Prior to this year, I mean, it was like, if you'd have to watch like my interview with Daryl DePriest, who you know stopped working at Hasbro in 2018, and you know doesn't really know if things have changed since then. That's the closest you're going to get to you know knowing what's going on behind the scenes and how the process works, to just get the answers and to hear it on shows with people that we are familiar with, like a Sith Lord 229 or a Bosk's Bounty, for example. Like the good people in the community, reputable good people in the community, having a genuine conversation, asking good questions, not just, hey, when's this going to come out? Hey, do you know if this figure is coming out? Oh, you were guys working on this, right? It's like, I get to actually get the answers. And that's always been a huge focus on my channel and on this show too. Has been, we are seeking to give you accurate information and seeking to help you, the consumer, be knowledgeable about how things work behind the scenes and why things happen the way they do. Once you have an understanding of this stuff, it makes it a lot easier to kind of take that step back and go, okay, I see how the dots connect here. Because believe it or not everything happens for no reason. A lot of this stuff happens for a reason. So whether you like that reasoning or not, I am a person, I do like knowing the reasoning one way or the opposed to not knowing.
There's that aspect,
and knowing is half the battle.
It is.
You know, this again, it's a complete different times. We have to be appreciative of, because otherwise history just repeats itself. And you know, we go on. You know, back in the day, ignorance was bliss. We just saw it in a store, we bought it, we didn't buy it, or our parents bought it for us, or whatever it was, and we just went all about our day. As kids, we didn't have every single figure. That we had the ones, and we got a couple more, and we played for what we had. You know, now the business has been exposed so much that we don't, like I said, as a kid, I didn't know what Paint App was. But now we know exactly, because of YouTube and everything else. I know exactly how it's made. I know exactly who the players are. You know, like I said, with the terrorists involved, we know exactly what the prices are. It's sometimes it's way too much information. Then now us as consumers are in the know. So any change, we're like, you know, we're very quick to call it out and whatnot, you know.
But we're in the change, and let's not mistaken what this was driven by. This was because these smaller guys, and let's give McFarlane a little bit of credit, and let's give
it's hard, Alex.
I know it is. But they were so forcing to the fans because there was this behind the magician trick. The industry never taught, and then it was McFarlane and a lot of these smaller companies that were being very engaging, speaking to fans, talking and letting people know behind the scenes, that it forced the bigger guys to do it. Like, you know, I was on your cast, Tommy, when we were on the live stream, and for the first time They gave that kind of acolyte
Oh yeah.
to the photographers,
Yeah.
to the actual channel, things that they had never done before,
Right.
because the McFarlanes and these other smaller guys were doing that. And I think that by having open dialogue, whether it's focus groups, whether it's coming on channels, whether it's whatever it is, it's one of those aspects that helps us, but yet it also helps them. You want to know why the campaigns weren't doing well? How many times in the last part where we've seen most of these? Yeah, I find myself going there.
I know exactly.
Can't
say it. This is 2025. Can't say it, but funny.
But if they did start doing a campaign and going around saying, let's actively have Q&As with some of these channels, because we're not getting we're not actually doing a live stream every week. We're not pushing them. But if you popped on these shows, then you are doing a campaign. It's just like when like Tom Cruise does, like, another Mission Impossible movie. He just doesn't go on the Paramount website and be like, hey, you guys are watching the next Mission Impossible. Great. And then he goes to every talk show. He does kind of things, and he do this media blitz. I think that the bigger companies need to start doing that. That way you're not in control of, all right, we've got to produce all this content. Sure. No, we'll just do Q&As through fandom, and we'll keep that campaign rolling in that same way they've done it since Bob Hope turned on NBC sign, bro.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, the fandom's very, very good at letting you know what era of Star Wars they're in too. If you ask me, you're gonna get OT answers. But you'll get that focused on OT. You ask Tommy, you're gonna get Clone Wars answers, right?
Yes, you are.
You're just, but it's not like you have to pull. I mean, some surprise is good, and it's just putting your ear to the ground. You know what I mean? Like, it's just knowing that. And again, we're talking about it because it's happened.
Yes.
But what's happening and in the future too is getting we're going to recognize it's getting a lot better too.
It is.
They are asking. They are. That's what Black Series Most Wanted is all about too.
Yes,
like putting our voices out in the ether, and hopefully it's picked up, and like, all right, there's enough interest here to do this stuff. Just like I know that they've expressed no more Rancor, like we're done. We're not even looking that way. It's in the closet right now.
Right.
But I know that if we got 10,000 people to say we want the Rancor, they would be like, we're dumb not to put it out in some fashion. If we had some sort of, like I said, a made to order or whatever it was, even if it's a deposit like Sideshow does, I don't know. We look at it like, this is fun for us. This isn't life or death. We get it. Okay. If they never make a Rancor, that's fine. But like we were talking about with the third party stuff, I don't like third party. If my rule is, this is a personal thing for me. If this figure is never going to get made, then yes, I can consider a third party thing. But if I know, for example, so let's say Ponkrell. Let's take Ponkrell. There might be a good chance he does get made in the future in the next couple years. Okay. So I'm not going to buy a third party Ponkrell. I'm just not going to go that route, because I do rather have the official one that comes with the collection itself. But if they come out, and I know it's not smart for them to say we're never going to do this, because then the third parties will, and then they'll make all the money, right? So sometimes they won't say anything, but then that silence is deafening. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of rules to it. It's frustrating. It's fun. It's the
Ponkrell trumpet has been extremely loud. I can tell you, there's only one character on Black Series Most Wanted that is kind of taken away from the pack. And it's Ponkrell. to no one's surprise. Sure.
I just saw James Amaro, and he's right. Because we told you we were giving you guys extravaganza.
I mean, look,
the year we're going to give it to you, man.
Thank you guys for sticking with. Again, we're this Mondays is a thing. We're going weekly with the toy chest. Starting January 5th, we're going weekly with it. So there's a lot more to talk about, because you know what? We have hot toys, micro galaxies. There's so many different things that we can always talk a long time for it. You know what? And we figure at the end of the year, we're gonna just go. We're gonna talk, and we're having a great conversation. I think I think there's a lot to be said, because it's smart conversation. You know what I mean? We're not sitting there pounding the pavement. we're not shilling for it, but we're not being negative for it either. We're like, you know what? We see the past year what has been working because I've been happier in my collecting than I have been in a long time.
I'm only going to be authentic about how I feel about toys. That's just I don't care to pretend to be one way or the other about it. Like I'm not gonna play it up. I'm just gonna tell you, yeah, I like this figure. Yeah, this Anakin, I like this Anakin, but his the legs suck. Like that, that is 13-year-old reuse on this on Anakin of all characters in Star Wars. Yeah, that sucks. Whatever. And then I'll tell you again, Ezra Bridger, this needs updated. This figure is not up to today's standards anymore. Yeah. So like, but on the flip side, like I'll tell you when a toy's good. Like it just is that easy, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Commander Bly's bringing up some interesting points too, though. Would you buy a hot toy Krell? Would you buy a Mafex Krell?
I think Pong Krell is like everything they release him in. Buy
like Boss Nass.
And Boss Nass.
I will say something about hot toys though. A lot of people don't understand. We had this the figure flight on SKN, and one thing. This is what kind of fandom and what kind of good guys we have in there. Commander Bly is actually sponsoring the Hot Toys flight for us over on that channel. So I give him credit for that, man.
Dude.
He's a part of fandom. Thank you so much, sir, for putting that kind of passion back there.
Hey, man. You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
That's 5 hot toys, damn it.
By the way, I did win the SKN.
He did,
draw.
actually. He did.
Wow.
So I am on a roll. Let me put it this way. I've won the SKN draw. And I also won Stone Mandalorian one too.
Wow, the Darksaber draw.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, the next who else has got to give away? Who else? I'm sitting there going, well, damn, we didn't do one. I got to do one, right?
Well,
so
this is what I want you to do though. The most important part is go down to your local store, start getting get at least just one Powerball. And you can help us out on that because you got the lucky streak, brother.
True.
Just keep it going, man.
Yeah.
And then next week we'll take a trip down to Vegas.
If it's just you two on next week, I'll be like, oh shit, he bought a Powerball, didn't he?
Well, if you don't see me on the 5th, you know I did.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't need your check to clear anymore.
Yeah. You can keep it put.
Yeah.
Renoaz checking in. What's up,
up,
dude? Just got the SH Figure Arts Grievous. He looks great. His hips are a little tricky to deal with. I got him in good pose. He hasn't fallen yet. 2 weeks. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, look at somebody. Oh, they're up back at the hotel.
There you
go. Scott.
Disney trip. What's up, Scott?
Okay, I'm here, so it's time to start.
All right,
we're ready, man.
All right, start the show from the top. Hey, Scott, we were asking you in the chat,
up,
who is doing this to Tom Cruise that you said?
That would be Paramount, I think.
Okay.
Funny, dude.
Oh man.
What's up,
well,
guys?
Scott's here. We can end it now. We're
Scott can take us out. Scott can take us out now.
Let's why is Scott solo? Why? Next year, 2026, guys. Okay, this is something that I had in my head as a thought, right? You know, like I was talking about, we were talking about the syndicate, right? We're out the Discord and we're gonna collectively just kind of like, you know, bring people together on all kinds of interests and try to put on, you know, information and shows and everything. You know, a lot of people, I find it exciting. I don't find it kind of eye-rolling anymore about the whole New Year's resolutions and all that stuff. But I phrase it a little bit different now. It's not to me. I don't make New Year's resolutions. What I do is I'm
sorry, bro. That's just too funny right there. I could do a Stu Jobs for the win.
What's he say? Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah.
I couldn't hold it in, man. I tried. Wow, Stu Jobs. Look at it. Oh, wow, he's getting some bangers tonight, bro.
Yeah, he is on fire, dude. But I always like looking forward to the next year of what we're doing, you know, between collecting, there are shows that we're doing. I always say like it's not like I said, there's no New Year's resolution. It's almost like a reset. Like how do I reset? And it's great to kind of like look back and go, okay, it's easy to say, oh guys, we're gonna offer you more content and we're gonna offer, like I said, we're going weekly and stuff. Right. But my promise is it's not just that we're giving you guys more, you know, shows or just whatever. we're gonna make good content. We're gonna be
That's a
better
bold
at
statement.
what. Yeah, we're gonna be better. Yeah. When I say we, I meant Scott's gonna do more reviews.
Scott's gonna make more
slacking.
graphics. Yeah.
Yeah, more graphics. That's basically what I'm saying.
So, and this is where we'll announce that in February we're doing the Black Series Mostest Wanted.
Yeah, the mostest one.
The
And
mostest.
the graphic won't be orange; it'll be blue.
It'll be
like
blue.
purple or something.
Yeah.
But I always want to put it out there. It's like for next year, guys. Everybody, try to be better. Just try to do more and create good things, good content, right? Not just more, but good. I think that's the key, right? Yeah. That's how we're gonna grow. That's how we're gonna remain keep the conversations just interesting and fun and not boring and stuff like that. So that's my promise to you guys as far as like on this show, on Starlight Digest, the Pit, everything we got going, especially in the Discord. Just get good content out there, Yeah. But speaking of 2026, like. I said that last year in 2024 we had this going on. They didn't. They switched gears and they did 2025. Both banner years to me, especially in the Black Series and Divisions Collection. But like 2026, what are we see? Are we going to see HasLab sooner than later? Are we going to see a collection of waves, actually like cohesive wave synergy? Are we going to see? Yeah, Scott. What are we talking about? Are we going to see the Vintage Collection and Black Series create the same characters? Are we gonna see more 2-packs, deluxe, more accessories? What would be the better content moving into 2026 as far as like what we want to expect too?
I'll jump in real quick with some insight. The changing of the guard, I'll call it, for choices made on what we're going to see in like TVC and Black Series. We'll start to see the effects of that about halfway through 2026. So there won't be many, but there might be a couple head scratchers in the first 6 months of 2026. But starting in the second half, we should start to see a lot more consistent, good picks. In addition to that as well, I have heard rumblings that the next HasLab is once again going to be TVC. There is no Black Series HasLab in the works at the moment. And that I've heard, this is all speculation, but I've heard it's going to be a U-Wing from Rogue One to celebrate the 10th anniversary of that movie next year. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
With that, Scott, would you be in on that?
Yes. My inspiration was because I think that's awesome.
Yeah. I would get that one too, to be honest.
There is a U-Wing for TVC, isn't there?
No, not for TVC. There was a U-Wing for the Rogue One line, and it's super undersized.
Gotcha. So this
only fits one figure. It's sad. It's a sad little guy. He's hanging in my toy room right now. But
that's what I thought. I was like, oh, we gotta save some money for the hitters.
Yeah. We'll get Mando and Grogu. So if you like that movie, then we'll get that.
I want them to actually make strides towards what G.I. Joe is doing with the made to order, right? They're doing the made to order his tank. Now, of course, they already have that mold. So, for them, it's just injecting more plastic into the same mold, but and coloring it differently. But an actual made to order, though, I think would be a better use of time than a HasLab.
Do you think they'll do a made to order Razor Crest because it has a different paint job in the movie?
I absolutely see them doing that.
Yeah. I mean, I missed out on the first one, so that might tempt me to get this one instead.
Yeah. And back in the day, whenever they announced HasLab, they said this is for dream projects, but we're never taking it off the table. That we will redo these things at some point in time. And
3 years, they said they give it 3 years and it'll always be a repaint. That's what they said in that live stream. Yeah.
And some people argue that's not what they ever said. It's exactly what they said.
They said. Yeah.
As somebody who has a Razor Crest, I would fist pump if they re-release. I don't care. I don't care about having the exclusivity of like, oh, I was there. I like Tommy wants one, then Tommy gets one. You know what I mean? Like, that's it.
You get a crest. You get a crest.
Yeah,
you get a crest.
I'll get a crest.
I have two versions of it. I have the original, and then I have a pile of dirt, which is the second version, and then now this is the repaint.
You just threw a spear into the middle of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the second.
I just remember we were watching The Mandalorian, and the Razor Crest had just funded.
Yep.
And Julie and I are sitting down watching the Razor Crest explode on
Dude.
TV
During the campaign.
Yeah, she looks over at me and she goes, "Oh no!"
And a lot of people laughed and like because they were a little. Again, this is the whole
Bitter?
diversity of the collecting
Yeah.
world. They were mad that the Razor Crest was even a thing, and they were making fun of us, the ones who backed it. Ha ha! The Razor Crest blew up. And all. Yeah, but the barge blew up too. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got that HasLab too. It's just comes with a pile of dirt and it has like a couple of buildings in. I don't know why I paid $500 for that though, for some strange reason. But no, I had the same thing. Scott, I had a good friend of mine. He was jazzed for that. And we were watching that episode and it blowed up. And the look on his face, if there was look at the time, it was cruel, but I should have taped that because he got up and he started tearing his house up. And it was like he was pissed. And I was like, wow, they really did this before they got it in the hands of everybody.
Yeah. Commander Bly, I think they should really put that button in there that made to order or implement payment plans for HasLab.
Yeah.
They implement that button. You watch the backers. You watch the backers.
Yep.
You watch it. Yeah.
But then again, they rely too heavily on us to do.
Well, we talked about we even said it's not going to. That's not a good business plan moving forward because again, that was exhausting.
Yeah.
Even like,
oh my god, I was exhausted by the end of the last.
And he's not. Yeah, that's don't.
But that's like 36 hours straight, bro. It was like Jerry Lewis telethon. He just kept going.
That was exhausting me.
Yeah, and all kind of things. There was a tote board. Like, man, he put the production into that.
Yeah. No, Chris K, you're 100% right. People had time to get over the barge. It wasn't during a campaign, like during like 10 days left, and it's like, I saw the numbers drop.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
But I'm still glad it funded and it over.
They funded in less than 24 hours. You know, what I mean? They had to add 2 tiers to the Razor Crest. That's how popular that particular.
But
was
would you have been more happy if they actually would have came in? You could just dismantle it like it exploded. You know, if they would have just had some thought, maybe Disney would have told them they could have just done a destroyed version of it that you could put together. That might have been smart.
Well,
I don't know.
Part of it is it's completely disassemblable, like the Jawas did, right? So
you
can take all the parts.
It does. It kind of does. You know.
Yeah. And
you can strip it down and I don't think Hasbro knew. I think Hasbro was like, "Oh crap!"
Oh, I know they didn't know that, bro.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, dude." Hey, that's why that's the parts of Star Wars I like too. When it's like, you know, there's definitive progression of story, you know, and
right.
So Noah says, I heard that the U-wing will be the year after, and a very expensive Death Star will be the HasLab for the next year for the 50th anniversary.
Always in motion, the future is.
Yeah,
I'd rather 3D print a Death Star. I'd rather 3D print one to the size and scale of displays, right?
Oh god, yeah.
You're talking about something that could possibly be way too large. I mean,
it's gonna be a playset, dude. It's the only way they can do it. Yeah. It's the Death Star, Dark Star. I mean, that's going to be in the playset thing. You know, who knows?
Well,
Howrunner, I just want to tell.
Very good point.
Have them tell us to start saving now. Yeah, it's coming. Yeah.
Or we start like a plan, like, you know, just drop your money here. You know,
well, that was
savings
another
account. It's savings account.
That was another thing with the Republic Gunship HasLab that hurt it as well. Was at least with previous HasLabs, we had an inkling of what was coming. Hey guys, there's a HasLab coming. Whereas with the Gunship, it was like the night before we got our first tease, and it was like, whoa, like that's a lot of money to drop. Yeah.
Speaking of. Just real fast, that there's that teaser image. Where's not TVC. Black Series, right in the bottom right corner. There was this teased image of the Mando Grogu figures for the movie coming out. And obviously, I was not shocked. I mean, I'd be shocked if they didn't make a version of it.
Right. People were bitching about it though immediately. It's like, well, what do you think is coming?
It's the name of the movie. It's the name of the movie.
It's the name. Yeah, it's so funny. It's like an obvious thing. Like, here's the thing, and here's what I did. I go, oh yeah, of course. I'm waiting to see other supporting characters around the movie. Will I buy this one? No, I'm not first off, I'm not a mitten box collector anymore, so I don't need the title. I've got a lot of Mando Grogu's. This one doesn't look anything different other than the weapons, accessories, whatever. I or ordered the other one that just came out, the season 1. Scott fell. I just you know what I mean? There's just way too many Mandos. So I'm not buying this one. No, I don't need another same version just because it's the movie version of it. Now, if he was different, if he upgraded to gold armor, then yeah, I'll buy that one, you know, but that's just me though. That's me personally. I'm kind of like done repeating buying just because it's the same character in a different movie.
I'm gonna get it just because I want those other weapons. This is only the second Mandalorian that they've released that has the new articulation, the soft goods cape, and the jetpack. So that for me is enough to want that version.
And that's the superior version too.
Yes,
the soft goods cape.
Even just to replace an older version. Yeah.
No, I don't need the sword. I don't need that sword. I don't like. It's just there's so many poses you can put these Mandos in. That, like all the accessories, like as far as weapons and everything, they're great. But how often, honestly, unless you buy multiple of the same character to have them? Just for example, you have Din Djarin with his rifle, Din Djarin with the vibro blade, Din Djarin with the dark saber. So how many different variations are you going to actually put him in on your display if you're not buying multiples?
I have all of them.
To 11.
Yeah. This one goes to 11. Yeah,
I have all of them.
So that's why I'm like, yeah, it comes with a couple things that are spoilery. Weapon wise, it's in that arena the scene that he's in. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, the Grogu's. How many Grogu's do we have? Oh my God, he doesn't ever change. So you know, he's in that foul jumpsuit that he's in.
He's wearing a burlap.
What do you think that thing smells like?
Oh God, it's got it.
What do you think that thing smells like?
But that's where I'm looking at my collection now, and that's because again, you put that set right now, that leaked image in your set, you're like, well, what's that? Is that from? No, this one's from the movie, but then season 3 is exactly the same. Yeah. Season 2 is exactly the same. You know what I mean? Except for he didn't get his mud horn. You know, it's like. Oh, I don't know. I can't justify it as far as that. You know, again, a new toe articulation, maybe.
Din Djarin with his Foreman grill.
The Mandalorian. You know, it's like I don't know. Anyway, that's where I'm at in my collecting experiences now. It's where I have plenty of Mandos and Grogus that I can put it into a different scenario on my shelf anytime I want. There's so many.
You save that money and pick yourself up a U-wing.
Yeah.
I'll go towards it. Yes.
There you go.
Here we go. Got him.
Would I buy the Ewing? Rogue One is probably one of my favorite Disney era Star Wars ever.
And it's in Andor.
It is.
Yeah, maybe.
They got him.
I don't know. Yeah.
They got him.
It's not one of my favorite ships. I will say this.
It's not one of my all-time favorites.
Is it really?
Right up there with the gunship, actually. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The U-wing,
so this time next year, Tommy. Regardless of what Tommy says, he's going to be campaigning for a U-wing.
It'll be hashtag you want the U-wing. There we go.
All right, that's pretty good.
Already thinking.
I'd like to report, Mooch, you're personally attacking Tommy.
Don't look at all these Mandos behind the. Pay no attention to the Mandos behind the curtain.
Do you really need those, Tommy? You're not a you. I'm gonna give you all this opinion.
I'm fried
because you're a bad collector.
Am I fried, washed, or chopped? Let me know. In the chat, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
The super villain of the action figure community.
You're just a shill. You buy every Mando. Ooh. So dumb. I hate that word. I really do. It's like we like what we like. It's like, am I supposed to hate buy this? I hate Han Solo. Yes, I'm buying it.
Yes.
Because I don't want to be called a shill.
Yeah,
like,
you are supposed to hate buy it. Yeah,
I guess. Yeah. Right now, as I probably will end up getting both of these new Mandos, even though I already have Mayfex 2.0 Mando, and that figure is amazing. Why though? Like just because again, a completionist, a version, like it's the different. I don't know. Like that's where I'm at. I'm like,
for me, it's like it's different media. You know, like I have my shelves split up by the show or movie they're from, and I actually have shelves for season 1, 2, 3 of Mando. So I need Durasteel Mando. He's not Durasteel Mando. I'm trying to break that habit.
Don't do that.
Season 1 Mando on the shelf. I have the Beskar Mando with the spear on the Season 2 shelf, and then I have Beskar Mando with the Darksaber on the Season 3. You know.
He's added. Six added.
Could you highlight James Morrow's comment?
Which one? The one above it, or the
819?
U-Wing HasLab, more or less expensive than the LAT?
I'm going to say the same because
I'm going to say the same.
They're going to have that mechanism for the wings, right? To make the wings.
If it opens up, how big would that be? So it goes up in the front, and it goes up back.
Yeah,
that's what's the wingspan on that sucker? Is that going to be
like the Rattler? Probably.
Is it going to be the largest HasLab to date as far
just
as like
by wingspan? Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
It'll
probably be the longest.
How many pilots is the U-Wing? Is it one? Is it one?
Two pilots. Two pilots side by side,
and then a cargo area.
You got cargo area behind and cargo below.
All right, so I know these aren't like perfectly to scale.
They're close. I love that you got Micro Galaxy for that. I love it because it's
got it. Well, yeah, that's the thing is I know that Micro Galaxy doesn't always stay consistent with the scaling of the ships.
It's very close though.
But I will say these two are probably pretty close, right? Mm-hmm. So here they are.
Look at that.
It's really just the wings on the U-Wing that are longer. So it would be a longer ship. Now, if I pull the wings back, by the way, this is the Target exclusive Rebel U-Wing version.
Give him full screen so we can all see this thing.
So
how do I do that?
How do you do that? You go hover over me on the big thing, and there should be 3 dots that say solo layout.
Boom!
There you go.
All right, so here's the gunship, and again, this could be a little off because the scales in Micro Galaxy sometimes are a little. This is the gunship right here.
Yeah.
This is the U-Wing with the wings.
Yeah. Wow.
There's no room. There's no room.
I told you. That thing is
but these parts of it, the main troop carrier parts are about the same size.
Yeah. That's crazy, dude. So the body of it would be the same size as the LAT, which is already big.
It's huge.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome.
The wings are crazy. Yeah.
Awesome.
Shout out MGS for being honest.
If that's the rumor, that's a bold one, man. That's a bold one.
I would buy the hell out of it though.
But not 7 of them, right?
How many U-Wings? 1.
Yeah, just 1.
Yeah.
Jazzwares isn't scale accurate. You know, it's funny when the Micro Galaxy Squadron came out, they said it was a scaled.
All the vehicles are going to be scaled to each other.
Right? I
lied.
Know that, like right off the bat, the Falcon is bigger scale than the actual.
The Falcon is underscaled. The Ghost is underscaled.
Yeah.
But
because there's no way that the Naboo sub, the Gungan sub, that thing's bigger than the Falcon, dude.
You so talking about the Gungans, the Nabooians?
Yes. Is it bigger than the Falcon? Is it supposed to be?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. So, the Falcon is grossly underscaled.
You know what I would buy though? A HasLab of this right here.
Oh,
wow.
This is a HasLab.
Yeah, I think crazy size too.
They haven't released an ATTE since 2008.
I've got that one. It's massive too.
It is. I had it as a kid. It was one of my favorite toys. Yeah.
I mean, the turbo tank. I think a turbo tank would be incredible, but I'm perfectly happy with the one they came out with.
I think an in-scale turbo tank would be like probably 6 feet long. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. In scale.
Do that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so no, not that
those
one.
Things are. People don't realize how big turbo tanks are.
Yeah. Not that one. Mm-hmm. The Onyx Cinder.
I'd buy it.
It's cool, but it's too much. It's too big.
Slop.
Yeah, slop.
Would it come with the outer shell that you can peel off to reveal the Onyx?
Yeah, 2 ships in 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure, I'm sure they could keep that under 500, right?
Oh yeah.
If $4.99, take it or leave it. That's
James Morrow, Cantina HasLab meant A year of return to Tatooine. Lat Haslab meant a year of Battle Geonosis. Does U-Wing mean a year of Rogue One?
Yeah, maybe we can finally get the Luthen and Clea figures that apparently everybody in the world wants. Yeah.
Until they're out.
Until they're out.
Until they're out.
Buys them.
You should go Black Series. They're out in Black Series. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You can still buy them at Walmart, and it's been 3 years. So, yeah.
Yeah, if
But
you
they're
want to go
available.
check out the now vintage plastic-free packaging from Black Series.
You know, it's funny. I still have Luthen unopened. I think.
He's a good figure. I really like him.
Yeah, I
he's
just
great
haven't
figure.
gotten to it, dude. That's all.
I think he's boring. That figure is just
No.
boring.
The thing
Giant-
that's
God,
the
you
thing.
missed it. You missed it.
Did
I
you
brought her
open it?
home.
Oh,
you
yeah, he
open
did.
it?
I can't do
Brought
that.
her home.
I can't.
You can't do that on camera. What are you?
Yeah,
Open it
what are
now.
you nuts? What are you nuts?
We need to pressure him, people.
No, what are you crazy? I just got her home.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, we'll
Baby
get.
steps.
That's my one thing with Andor is it. My only. This is such a nitpick like critique. I'm not like critiquing
How
the show
dare
itself, but
you.
it's just people in clothes. I personally, when I want Star Wars figures, I don't want unless it's a
Armor?
main character. I don't care about guy in clothes. I don't care
You're not
about
wrong.
girl in clothes. I want cool, unique designs that draw my eye. And
That's interesting. That's an interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
take
works.
on it.
Mhm.
Andor is very grounded in that
Luthen's
era.
wearing
of-
overalls. I mean, it looks like he's wearing overalls. It's
yeah.
He's not great.
Yeah, I mean, there is no armor except for the troopers. That they're the same troopers. There's nothing new.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. It's
the
the
ISB
Empire.
officers were armored, but yeah, I still think Andor is probably the best part of.
Oh yeah, that has nothing to do with my.
Yeah.
I'm talking strictly action figures.
No,
in my
the
opinion.
aesthetics of it.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with you, man. Yeah.
Mooch,
Um,
Mooch, why am I?
I mean,
Mooch, why am I on the bottom row?
You got demoted.
You
Yeah,
Hell.
our
gotta,
our checks
read-
cleared, Scott.
yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
redo your time. Like,
Yeah.
we've been on here for almost 3 hours.
All right,
You
guys. We're gonna take it from the top. Here's the rerun. Okay. So-
Yeah. The Syndicate. Yeah, no.
What's up, nerd?
But I mean, okay, yeah. So 2026, more. You know what I really want from Jazzwares? We're speaking of Micro Galaxy. I want them to do a brand new class of scale, but the class of ship. I want them to do the
Star Destroyer.
well, two. There's gonna be two. There's the light frigates, and then there's the Star Destroyer class. So you have, Star Destroyers. They don't have to be 5 feet. They could be, small, but like, a different scale.
Yeah.
And I would love a shelf of fleet of Star Destroyers.
I've heard
and then the light.
rumors. I've heard
I
rumors
thought,
of
like-
a light cruiser. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
years ago, back in San Diego Comic-Con, Jazzwares had their booth. Two things they said. They were going to come out with that class of Star Destroyer
Mhm.
scale and make stands. That's what they
Yeah.
said. They were going to
Liars.
provide stands to their ships.
Oh, and then they said they hate the consumers. They're not going to do it.
Yeah. So,
Hey, who needs it whenever you got Cube Squadron?
That's right.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's
But if they did that, I mean, Lego, you can buy a Star Destroyer Lego scale, and
Can, yep.
make it that same scale, and then just
Mhm.
go down from there. Make the Executor the same scale as like the Lego Star Destroyer, and just go down from there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Could be interesting.
I mean, that's what I would like to see.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
all right, guys, how do we feel? Do we want to wrap it up and then call it a night? What do you want to do?
I'm
Look,
cool.
I think the fans have gotten what they wanted, man. They wanted the extraordinary
Yes, they
Monday
did.
night to tap the year, man.
This
And
is
look,
what
man,
it looks like.
we're almost running on 3 hours, man. Who else, man? We own Mondays. Who else does this?
That's right. Yeah. Well, like I said, starting January 5th, guys, we're going weekly. Yeah, three more hours. You know
Right
what's
there.
funny? It's like this is a personal thing, but every time I go to a concert and
Yeah.
everybody chants one more song, I'm the only guy that says 10 more songs, 10 more songs.
Wait, guys, I blacked out. Start the show over. I got.
Yeah. What's happening here? It's the drunk guy that comes in late.
What did you say about me?
Yeah. Yeah, but you're at Disneyland. It's okay. It's all good.
That's
dude.
right. That's right. Tomorrow's bet
again,
too. I'm gonna
before
open up them sabers.
Yeah, before our river of rain that's supposed to hit California, Southern California, it's hitting northern,
about
right?
that.
But we got this river, the Pineapple Express, they call it, from stretches from Hawaii all the way to SoCal.
Crazy.
3 days of rain.
Wow.
I heard that some parts of we're supposed to get like 10 inches of rain. I'm like,
Wow.
you don't get that in 10 years, dude.
Yeah,
man.
Oh man, free bird, yeah.
Last time I did that at a show, they played it. And
They played it. You're like,
yeah.
dude. 15 minutes, man.
Seriously.
Guys, this has been a blast. It's honestly
Yes,
been
it
a
has.
blast. I really enjoyed 2025. I really enjoyed where the toy chest is heading. I like where Starlight Digest is heading. I like where all our shows are heading, especially again with the syndicate launching. Link in the description below, of course, to join, and the conversation always goes on. But I think it's time to say goodbye to 2025, and we will see you guys on this channel.
Great year.
I know. I don't know if Blitz or Alex, what you guys got plans as far as closing out the year or what have you. I would love to hear what you got planned for us, and what are you guys going to be doing future-wise. And are you gonna have some interviews? Are you gonna reach out? What's going on? Let's go with Blitz first, man.
So I actually have a couple big things planned. So tomorrow, if you want to catch another live stream at 6 p.m. Eastern time, I'm doing my second annual Blitzmas party stream. So that's just gonna be me, some friends, maybe doing some giveaways.
Friends, we don't.
Yeah, totally off the cuff. Which is gonna be super laid back stream. Gonna just. Just hang out for a couple hours and, like I said, maybe do a couple giveaways throughout the stream. Just talk again, kind of similar to today, highlights, lowlights of,
You can just replay this show if you want.
Yeah, we'll we'll all just sit and we'll just watch the Starlight. So anyway,
I like it. Yeah.
I like it. And then, on Christmas Day, I'm releasing my full comprehensive room tour. I haven't done one since August of 2024, so it's been over a year. I've been dusting all my shelves, kind of getting everything spick and span for the big comprehensive room tour. So I'm excited for that,
dude. I love room tours. Every time I go to Scottsdale, I'm like, can we just go to the room? Like, just go away.
And then we'll knock down Scott's wall, and then
that wall's gotta go, dude.
Wow. Scott, you don't know this, but you're not home. So when you get home, that wall's gone.
Hang on. What was that, babe?
I said time for me to go.
And then other than that, I do also have, I'm going to release it probably the 30th or the 31st, my Blitz's Best, which is a video I also did last year, where it's just go through all the lines that I collect, give kind of an award to what I think are the best figures and products that I picked up from all the different lines that I collect. And then obviously in January, got a couple big interviews planned with some. I'm not going to give them away though, because you never know who's watching. I'm not going to let anybody steal my thunder over here. And of course, expect some more stuff with the Syndicate going on. That's definitely something you should go check out. And we'll be posting Black Series Most Wanted. The community Most Wanted will be the first week of January. Get those submissions in. But I'll hand it off to the Shadow Nose Network, because I know Alex has always got something planned over on the Shadow Nose Network. We should
call it Global. Shadow Nose Global. That's what.
There you go.
Trying to keep Skelly and Fig in check over there on the Wednesday show.
Trying to. So we got some things planned. Hey, I understand that this is our last show on the toy chest. It is not our last show over at SKN. We are running, and we will be live on Wednesday and Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That torch going.
On Toy Box Chronicles, we've got the best of. So the top 5 from myself, Scully, Fig, and also Mr. Maddox, the best 5 action figures of the year. We've each had our list. Here's the best part about this, that, we have toy photographers on our show. So we enlisted them to actually go out and take their own photos of their top 5 characters. So Scully put it down.
Perfect.
I know Fig did it as well. Mr. Maddox is working on it. Me, I'm just gonna clip whatever Hasbro does or something. Whatever. So I don't need to do that part and everything else like that. But that's gonna be there. So top 5. That live stream, actually look for the information later on tonight. They'll pop up. Then on Friday, Pixel Plastic Inc. We've done this every year for the last 3 years. We used to call it the Box Office Graveyard Awards, but this year we expanded. It's called the Graveyard Awards. So unfortunately, if you make this list, this is the award, and we actually do make an award. Mr. Maddox has tried to send it out to some recipients, but they obviously did not want it.
Return to sender.
The Graveyard Awards is going to be on everything that's Pixel Plastic Inc. So anything that's films, anything that's toys, anything that's actually in the comic book world. There were some really bad ones too. We will actually break that down live on Friday, and that will probably be our last show. But we will be on also New Year's Eve. Me and Maddox will be on there as well. So they've got a lot of things going, and we've been blessed to have our association with some of the best content creators on the planet. Yourself, Scully, love guys like Stone Mando, Hybrid Toys. All these guys is the reason why the syndicate was formed, is that there are just so many like-minded, good-hearted individuals that want to push your fandom through. Yeah, and it's a blessing to be a part of this Discord and network with the rest of you guys. We felt very honored to have that association, especially throughout the years, man. So thank you guys for putting up with our insanity over at SKN. We we always
life would be boring, dude, without it.
we always love to share that mind, and it's a blessing to share the screen with you guys all year long, man. It's 52 weeks. Hell,
likewise.
You add on another 100, I do another 100.
Let's go. Yeah, that's good. Before we do our final exit here, we got Chris K. Great show tonight. Once again, Merry Christmas all. Thank you for staying up and
thank you
and doing this long.
Yeah, hope you get well soon, format.
Chris. Absolutely, yeah. Everybody stop getting sick.
Yeah,
seriously.
Chris, next time just don't get sick, okay, buddy?
Yeah.
Next time
it's on you.
Work
dude.
a little harder on that.
Next time it's on you, dude. I mean, come on. James Morrow, enjoyed all of you on screen and in chat immensely. Very happy to have met all you. Excited for next year. Love the free beer for Shadow Council members.
Oh, I missed something.
I missed it too. He just offered it,
somehow.
and I think we might have to work on that as a meetup of some sort. And absolutely, yeah. So
there we go.
Yeah.
So we've got some stuff going on too. We've got some toy reviews that are going to go through. Tomorrow's the end of the Advent calendar, so we're going to open up the rest of the Advent calendar, and then the 23rd and 24th, we've also got a couple of toy reviews coming. Or the 24th and the 25th. So even on Christmas Day, we've got a toy review coming.
Great.
So stay tuned for that. Not to mention the fact that I'm also going to do my 5 top vintage collection figures and my 5 top Black Series figure of the year. I've done that for the last 3 years now. So those are coming before New Year's. So stay tuned.
I'm not doing nothing.
No, yeah, you are. I make it. I edit it.
I got to do that. I got to do the description. All right. Yeah. I promise sometime in 2026 I might. I can't. She's on my desk. She's too close. She's too close.
You just brought it home to get different dust on it.
Yeah. Do you see this is dust free? Thank you guys in the chat. Merry Christmas to all you guys that are shouting it out. Stu John, crazy Monday night. I hope you guys have a great Christmas holiday, time off with family, whatever makes you happy. Absolutely. Hal Runner, Bliss Transmissions, of course. Commander Bly. I want to get Commander Bly on the show.
Oh,
yeah, we did.
I want to do it.
Yeah.
I want to do it.
Got to boot Tommy to do it though.
Yeah, I mean, look, like, if we have to sacrifice Tommy for that night, we're gonna do it, man. And honestly, Tommy, I think you and your dad, you need a follow-up on the cosplay aspect.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I have I'm gonna submit you guys a list of like pros and cons, because I love hearing the pros and cons on the resin stuff versus the 3D printing stuff versus the pulled plastic, all that stuff. So and if we call it a pauldron or a armor, whatever
pad
that,
or a
yeah,
plate
or pad,
or
yeah. So
a buck or a mold or a
yeah, Stu John, he's got questions for Commander Blythe. So
Yeah.
I think we need to make that happen. Yeah, look at all the dead horses. All the dead horses are popping in. I love it. Expect more emojis. Expect more of everything. Yeah. Oh yeah, not literal dead horses, Julie. Just like
No.
That's crazy.
Maybe I am kind of troubled, so I don't know.
What?
I am kind of a troubled person. I'll post it. I don't care. Guys, thank you so much. This has been amazing. I love it. Wait until the 24-hour stream that we do. So,
yeah.
Yes.
I think there's some sanity now, man. Wait.
Yeah, exactly. So again, be safe out there. Everybody in California, just I guess be safe. We have to
buckle up.
We got a raindrop coming. All right, let's go. Yeah. I don't know what that looks like. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. Scott, thanks for popping back in to say this properly.
Keep it nerdy, everybody. Bye.
Bye, guys.
This is Grand Admiral Thrawn. You are listening to the Sarlacc Digest. What a fascinating play on words.